into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, right here on SABC3. Good morning, everybody, to this amazing Fri-Yay. And we're going to have an incredible show. Good morning, team.
I feel like we didn't have enough yay in that yay.
One, two, three. Fri-Yay. Hello.
There we go. Is everyone awake?
Give it a first pump. We're going to give... and we are excited. It's a major sporting weekend. High-stakes football. We know FA Cup is coming up. Arsenal's
Come on, you
last
Gunners.
chance. Come on, Gunners. But of course, the local PSL. It's crunch time now for second place spot to get that coveted CAF Champions League position. And of course, the relegation zone threatens as well. So we'll get into some of those fixtures a little bit later this morning.
And then we'll also connect with the 5FM team, the Roger Good Show, to tell us exactly what's happening in Joburg. And we'll also tell you what to do this weekend in Cape Town.
Have you practiced your hoo-ah?
He does get in there with the yeah. And listen, if you're making plans for the weekend, unfortunately, I don't think you can buy tickets to the South African Music Awards anymore. But we'll give you a bit of a highlight reel on what we expect to see. Obviously, we know that Timurake and Somizi are going to be sizzling on that carpet and on that stage. Somizi's already said he's got such an exclusive pair of shoes that like nobody's going to have it on that red carpet.
But you've got like flames coming out of something.
6 wardrobe changes. Wow.
And then you guys, what would you do to keep your pearly whites white? Well, we talk about a marathon all the way up Kilimanjaro, all for a good cause of the dental kind.
That sounds like a very, very inspiring story indeed. Very tiring as well, just the mere thought of it.
And steady wins the race.
This Friday is just getting underway. Let's take a look at what's happening with your temperatures all around the country.
Thank you so much, team, and a very good morning from my side as well. Let's get your Friday started with your temperatures quickly, and it looks like Cape Town can expect some relief from the dry weather with a couple of expected showers for today. Then partly cloudy conditions and mild temperatures can be felt for the rest of the country. Jou temperature vanoggend Polokwane begin op 8 grade minimum en 'n maksimum van 25. Mbombela 10 en 'n warm 30 later. Pretoria 8-23. Johannesburg 6-22. Mahikeng 6-26. Klerksdorp 5 grade minimum vanoggend en styg na 25 later. Kimberley 4 grade en 'n maksimum van 23. Koud vir Bloemfontein vanoggend 1 graad minimum en 'n maksimum van 'n warmer 22. Richards Bay 18-27. Pietermaritzburg 12-25. Durban kan 'n paar reënbuie verwag so deur die loop van die dag met 'n minimum van 19 en 'n maksimum van 24. Tata begin op 8 grade minimum en 23 is jou maksimum. East London starting off on 13 with a maximum of 20. Craddock 5-21. Port Elizabeth 11 this morning with a maximum of 19 and George kicking off on 10 and a maximum of 18. Sutherland very cold today, 3 degrees minimum, staying cold with a maximum of 11 degrees. Cape Town 10-18, Worcester 6-18, Springbok on 5 degrees minimum, reaching a maximum of 17, and Uppington starting off on 6 and reaching a maximum of 23 degrees. That's a wrap of your weather for the 6:30 bulletin. We'll keep you updated with those temperatures throughout the course of your Friday morning. I'm back just after 7 with another look.
Well, let's get your Friday started with a first look at your traffic. Starting off in Gauteng and Parktown. Now, there are a couple of roadworks taking place on the M1 highway, so there are the usual peak hour delays heading into the city. If you're in Cape Town and Khayelitsha, there's been an accident on the N2 inbound. It's just before the Spine Road exit, so you can expect some congestion building up approaching the scene. That's where we leave your traffic for now. We'll bring another update in half an hour's time.
So as we have stressed, and we cannot stress enough, finally the weekend is here, which means there is an action-packed couple of days of sport coming our way. And with his analysis of what to keep an eye on this weekend, we are joined by sports enthusiast and, of course, the current Mr. South Africa, Habib Noorbhai. Habib, welcome back, brother. Good to see you, man.
Thank you very much for having me, and a very good morning.
It is a good morning. There's so much to look forward to on the sporting front. Maybe we're feeling a little grieved as we opened our 3-match ODI series against the UK. Obviously, in preparation for the ICC Champions Trophy with a loss, a 72-run loss to England. I think Ali and Morgan, the stars of the show, what do you make of the South African capitulation? Some soft wickets given away.
Yeah, I think what we all need to remember is that there's a few players that have just come back now from IPL. The team hasn't gelled in quite a bit of time now, so they're going to take some time to get used to the wickets, to get used to the adjustments. They're going to be in England for about 3 months' time, so I think the second ODI coming up now this Saturday, it should be fine. I mean, the guys will be going back to the drawing board and seeing what they can do. So
yeah,
all should
hopefully
be
this
fine.
has lit a bit of a fire. I'm glad they didn't kind of, they tried to bat through. Rabada, I think is a bit of a batsman, dude. I think he's going to show his chops there as well. What I did like was seeing the fire in AB de Villiers' eyes. We know that he's been on the sidelines for a long time. He is a talismanic performer for the side. We know that Hashim Amla, if he performs well, generally the team does well. But hopefully the core of that team is there and ready for the second. And as we've said, a brilliant preparation for the ICC Champions Trophy for both England and South Africa. And I know Ali was very outspoken in saying that he fears South Africa now, the wounded beast. So they take to their second ODI at the Rose Bowl in Southampton. And we look forward to hopefully a Protea dominance there. Then the Premier Soccer League. First of all, let's tip our hats to the Students Wits getting their first ever title. What do you make of their season?
That's fantastic. I mean, these guys have been, developing for so many years now, and it'll be so nice to see them take the trophy. But I think more so about in terms of relegation. It's going to be such a bite now with the Free State Stars and Bloem Celtic and Chipper United, and as well as Highland Park, who goes up against Mamelodi Sundowns in Tembisa. So that's going to be quite a cracker.
Sundowns seem to be moving nicely in their CAF Champions League tournament in the group stages this far. But of course, they want to stay in the tournament next year. It's between Sundowns and Cape Town City FC for that second spot, and of course a guaranteed place on continental football's main platform. What do you make of Cape Town City FC's inaugural season in the PSL?
They've definitely been the sleeping giants, I think, throughout the season, and now they're actually making their way through. So it's so nice to see them really doing well this season, and I hope we're the best team win, and whoever can go to the CAF.
It's going to be brilliant. And then, of course, we have to round off with, I think, the last piece of silverware or hope for the Gunners fans out there, the FA Cup taking place tomorrow. Chelsea, they've already achieved just about everything they can this season. Unbelievable performance under Conte. But for Arsenal, this is a big one. We've got Arsene Wenger's position there in doubt. He might want to move on at this stage. Alexis Sanchez is most likely. He's been linked to Bayern Munich. What do you make of that fixture?
This is beyond Arsene Wenger's 21 career or 21-year stint at Arsenal. So I really hope that Arsenal can pull this one off. Chelsea have had a remarkable season, but it's going to be a nail biter at Wembley. So again, with Arsenal, if they can finish off the season with one trophy, let's see what would happen. I think Arsenal definitely has the chance to do that, but the mighty side of Chelsea is looking quite dominant, so it will be quite tricky.
Oh man, they've been unstoppable this season. Let's see how it'll all play out. Kat, I hope you got some hope from that, my brother. Come on, you Gunners. But a scintillating weekend of sport, and of course a full roster of Super Rugby to look out for as well. The big one, the Sharks and Stormers Coastal Derby, happening tomorrow as well before they take that international break. My brother, thank you so much, man. Awesome to have you back in our Feel Good studio. And hopefully that's got you prepped for a little water cooler talk ahead of the sporting weekend.
Oh, well, listen, it's the weekend and we've got what you're craving for, the Roger Good Show. Good morning, team.
Morning!
I was waiting for that. Roger Good, Suresh and Urida, Ms. Cosmo and Robbie Cruz. Are you guys well? Well, listen, what's happening in Joburg this weekend?
All right, let's start off with Joburg City, baby. The 23rd Annual South African Music Awards. The Sun City Super Bowl, Sun City Complex. The 23rd Annual South African Music Awards celebrates and honors local artists who have done well in different genres of music through a live broadcast. This elegant evening is brought to you on SABC this Saturday. Don't miss this prestigious event. Proudly South African, it is held annually and is going back to Sun City. All African spin-off, the Rock Raceway. Are you ready for Johannesburg's first ever event to have seen nations in one venue? Spinners from most Mozambique, Swaziland, Botswana, Lesotho, Zimbabwe, Namibia, and South Africa will meet this Saturday to showcase their skills in the second All-African spin-off. Don't miss out on the action. Saturday, 27 May, $100 gets you in. And the Soweto Fashion Week as well at the Soweto Theatre. Soweto Fashion Week is back once again, promoting talented African designers on a global scale. Make sure you get your tickets to this colorful event this weekend that continuously introduces a change in the face of modeling and Fashion Week runways with South Africa. 25 May, Saturday, starts at 7 o'clock. Anywhere between $80 and $500. Get you in, baby!
Ooh, sounds exciting, like a nice busy weekend up in Joburg. Well, in Cape Town, if you love bubbles as much as I do, it is the Global Bubble Parade in Greenpoint. Now, the 100 Happy Days Foundation, they are organizing the Global Bubble Parade. It's basically bringing people, kids, the animals and bubbles all together in a parade. It is absolutely free, and it's taking place this coming Sunday, the 28th of May at 4 p.m. in Greenpoint. So that's what's happening in Cape Town.
We love you a long time. Give me a hoorah!
Woo-ha! Yes, the whole studio was in on that. Thank you so much to the Roger Good team. That's what you can expect happening in your city this weekend.
Yeah, man, love those guys. Unbelievable. All eyes will be on the Sun City Super Bowl for Psalmist 23, and the lineup is looking amazing. We're talking MT, Kurt Darren, Arno Costens, Casper Nyovest, Babes Odumolim Pincha. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit.
It's going to be awesome. Listen, and then also, how far would you go, just to keep your pearly whites
I'll go
white?
far.
You'll go far?
For these boys here?
Would you climb Kilimanjaro?
How high would you go?
What?
Would you climb Kilimanjaro?
No.
Because that's what one local organization is doing.
Get a taste of the smooth life and you could win big when you buy Tropica. Follow the entry details on your Tropica bottle and stand a chance to win daily airtime prizes. A weekly giveaway of an experience with the Tropica Island of Treasure contestants, awesome Sunglass Hut vouchers, highly fashionable Daniel Klein watches, and more. You could also win the grand prize of a brand new Kia Sportage. Find the T's and C's on tropica.co.za. There's nothing smoother than winning with Tropica. Don't forget to watch Tropica Island of Treasure Seychelles every Monday at 7:30 on SABC3.
Mogaetsho Madimeki ke Vrydag re a go amogela mo lenanegong la gago le le itumedisang ke Expresso on SABC3 as we start this day the feel good way. We take a look at the headlines of entertainment news and what's happening right now on the scene.
All right, I've got a question for you.
What?
What does Natasha Tahani, Minnie Dlamini, and Gigi Lemaine have in common?
Beautiful people.
That thing.
Yes, they all have that thing. They are just hot. They are some of South Africa's hottest celebrities. But Natasha has also followed in Minnie and Gigi's footsteps by buying her parents a car.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely amazing.
That's beautiful, man.
I know. She posted a snap on Instagram where she wrote, "For my king and queen, I love my parents more than life itself."
Bless her.
No word on what make or model the car is, but by judging by the size of it, we're thinking her parents will sure be rolling in style. They see me rolling.
I'm looking at the... I can see here... It's got that...
It's an
It's a big
SUV
car.
It's got
situation.
that sports car thing, like Lamborghini-nyana,
Yeah.
you know, Tela
But I'm glad
Porsche-nyana.
that they didn't show us because people do a young scratch. Like with Casper. Remember what happened to
Did they do
Casper?
that?
Yeah, they scratched his
How
car. They keyed it.
evil.
Umo, nice real.
I've had my car keyed.
Ooh,
There was a
girl.
mark. There was a mark.
Oh, let's talk about this later.
Jealous.
Anyway, we all know that Trevor Noah, jealous. Trevor Noah is living his best life as host of The Daily Show. Now it seems that he's not only meeting A-list celebs on his show, but off his show as well. Taking to Instagram, the comedian and TV host posted a photo of him with wrestling superstar John Cena. You can't see me. And then he says it was so dope and cool meeting John Cena in person. He never dreamed it would be that amazing. So I guess it's still okay to be a fanboy, even if you're one of the world's biggest celebrities yourself.
Is that
How
like the
cool is
sign,
that?
the fire, the hand?
Yes, you can't
It's like
see
you
me.
can't see me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you must always be a fanboy or a fangirl.
Always,
Like, you
never
know,
change.
these people are, you're not just because you are here now,
You
you are,
know?
you know, you must always be.
Even me, whenever I see
That's what I
Idris,
mean.
you know, I'm just,
Are you though? I've seen you meeting before and you're very calm.
I'm very
like
calm,
that.
but in my heart, I'm like,
Oh, okay. No, that's cool. That's cool.
okay. Well, it's time for us to talk about this. You like a young
What
mockery happening
do you
over here.
mean?
Anyways, the 2017 South African Music Awards is a day away and the hype is real, you guys. Now, between some of South Africa's biggest and hottest talents being nominated, as well as the event being hosted by two entertainment stars, there's no doubt that this year's award ceremony is going to be one for the books. So what's bound to be happening? Well, we won't and can't spoil it yet, but we do have this to tell you. Tumi Morake and Somizi will serve as hosts for the 2017 awards show. Somizi also hosted last year's show, and this year, with the queen of comedy by his side, we're sure that the two local powerhouses will set the Sun City Super Bowl alight with fun, laughter, and of course the music industry honors its finest talent on that night as well. So what else would be happening?
Yeah, one of my favorite parts of the South African Music Awards is the Lifetime Achievement Awards, because that kind of just, I think, forces you to reflect back on the people that have contributed so immensely to our industry. And receiving Lifetime Achievement Awards this year will be Dr. Rebecca Malope. Hallelujah! And Ndate Don Laka, as well as Ndate Babsi Mlangeni, who will all be honored with this incredible award.
Awesome.
Incredible. Well, listen, also when it comes to one of the biggest categories for the evening is, in fact, Record of the Year. I think a lot of eyes will be on that to see who's going to walk away. Only time will tell, but to have AKA Amanda Black, Black Coffee, Questa and Matthew Mole all nominated, this category is going to be the one to look out for. But also I think on the evening, a lot of things have been very hush-hush, so we don't exactly know who's going to be performing, so only time will tell, but one thing will be for sure, it's going to be the hottest evening in South African music.
And I think something that deserves a mention as well is she may be young, but Pretty Yende is also being honored this time as an international achiever. She's dominated stages globally with her angelic voice and even blew audiences away on the Wendy Williams show. So we think that she definitely deserves it. Kat, are you going?
No, I'm not. I'll be
Okay.
here on the weekend doing my own thing. I've got other things.
Okay, because you were red carpeting it last year, so you're just gonna like chill it out this
I'm
time.
chilling.
Hello.
I like watching the replays. So, rewind.
Awesome.
Rewind.
Yes.
Well,
we
be
go.
sure to catch all of the excitement and the entertainment at the 2017 South African Music Awards. It's happening live tomorrow at 8 p.m. on SABC1.
Definitely going to be a very, very exciting weekend ahead. But right now we're shifting gears a little bit, and we know that from a very young age it's instilled in us that we should take care of our pearly whites. It's something that we should work at every day to keep them shining bright. But is it something that you would climb a mountain for? All right, because this is exactly what the Dental Marathon Group is about to do next month, and they are about to take on Mount Kilimanjaro of all mountains. And this morning we have Dental Marathon's founder, Thobile Mushwana, with us to chat about his upcoming challenge. Thobile, good morning, my brother.
Good morning, how are you?
Good, nice to see you. Toothbrush in hand, there we go, man. Listen, before we get to your challenge, let's unpack Dental Marathon a little bit. I mean, I know that you guys are out there educating the youth on, the importance of oral hygiene, but what are some of the programs that you guys run under the organization?
So basically, Dental Marathon is a non-profit company that teaches young kids how to look after their teeth. So we basically do school visits and community engagements. I go out with a group of dentists and dental assistants where we basically do oral health, oral screening, just to teach young kids how to look after their teeth. I mean, statistics say that in Africa we have more smartphones than toothbrushes, and that's a scary fact. I mean, we need to change all the stereotypes, these inequalities that we have in Africa.
That is crazy. More smartphones than toothbrushes. That is insane. Dental Marathon as your organization, I mean, where did the inspiration come from to kind of set something like this up, to pay it really forward to the youngsters?
Yeah, look, I've always had a desire for impact. I've always wanted to leave a legacy that will change society. Yeah. I've always wanted to get involved with something that is going to last longer than obviously my lifelong, and obviously have an impact and rebuild South Africa.
So let's talk about this challenge. You take on Kilimanjaro on the 5th of June. You've set your team a goal of raising 10 million rand. That is an incredible amount of money as well to be raised. But I mean, you're taking on Kilimanjaro. Yeah. Why Kilimanjaro? And the funds that you're going to be raising, the aim of 10 million rand, where is that going to be going?
Look, we want to build a dental marathon house in Bloemfontein. The shape of the building looks exactly like my toothbrush.
Really?
Yeah, so we basically, where kids are going to be able to go and have free dentistry services, where they'll get free toothbrushes and toothpaste. And I was quite impressed with, I'm involved with a program called Play Your Part, which is initiated by Brand South Africa. Where we're shooting a lot of clips that are going to go out there that are going to help to raise funds into the 10 million that we are going to have. We have a quite number of inspiring young people that are involved in the company as well, and a great team with the Dental Marathon in terms of the board and the intellectual guys that are behind the program. So it's very exciting.
But I can see that you are very excited and passionate about what you're doing as well. Now the big question is, how's the training going?
It's going well. I think I don't like training, but I like the results that comes with training. I just did all my health tests yesterday.
You're good to go.
Yeah, I'm good to go, and I'm very excited about the response of the guys locally. And we have a few other local partners that are going to be part of the building. So perhaps in the near future, in the next 2 weeks, perhaps we'll share the building of the Dental Marathon House.
Awesome, man. Thank you very much. Website quickly, where people can
you can, for now, you can catch us on Facebook at Dental Marathon or at Dental Marathon on Twitter. But we're very excited. We're going to launch our website just before Kilimanjaro. So most of our stuff is going to be dentalmarathon.com.
Awesome stuff. Thobile, thank you very much, man. And all the best for you and your team climbing that mountain, all in the name of oral hygiene.
Thank you.
So we're going to take a quick break. When we return, we're going to track what's trending online. You can take in some pretty spectacular sights from Lion's Head, but disco dancing, I don't know.
Ooh, that sounds interesting. And then we'll also test your Expresso knowledge in our game of Rewind, so don't go anywhere. We'll see you after the break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
At Samsung, we develop technology so you can live life. Samsung, a way of life.
Welcome back. You tune into your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, right here on SABC3. And it's a feel good one at that. Right now, one of my favorite segments. Why are we laughing, Zoe?
It's a feel-good one.
It's a feel good one?
Yes.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
There's lots of feel good on the studio floor this morning. Well, something that isn't so feel good is the relationship shared between Gracie and Monty. Okay, they're not human beings. They are, in fact, a celebrity pair of dogs. Okay.
Okay.
But their relationship exhibits in a rather strange way. If you thought your relationship was passive-aggressive, take a look at this.
Oh no. What is she doing? Who's the he? Who's the
Sharing a ball.
Oh, there it goes.
I bet you Monty lost.
Yeah,
I bet you in any argument Monty loses to
I
Gracie.
bet you each of them have their own ball, but it's always like that.
Yeah, they've got to have the one. They've got to have the one. Oh,
That
that's
is
sweet.
very cool. Listen, let's bring it closer to home quickly. Lion's Head, of course, we know it's one of the best hiking attractions in Cape Town. Everyone loves climbing it, whether it's for sunrise, sunset, or even full moon. And of course, also discovering the hidden location of the Instagram-worthy Waddy's Cave. But what happens when you get to the top? You discover the ultimate dance party. Now, Max Rance McDonald's was the man behind this awesome
Look at the dinosaur.
And he organised this whole kind
word.
of sunrise disco party. The only thing is, like, where was our invite, guys?
Yeah.
That is
Check it out.
so cool. I'm loving the
Tyrannosaurus
dinosaur.
Rex not really using his arms. Well, I suppose he doesn't really have arms to use for the disco move.
I think it's awesome. I think it's really, really awesome.
Yeah,
Hey?
very cool indeed. Very, very cool indeed.
The fact that they still have the energy to do that after walking up Lion's Head is
Next
quite
time,
impressive.
please, can we have an invite?
Yes, please. Well,
Please?
listen, this is a very sweet story. So there's a student who's got a type 1 diabetes and he's got a service dog that can pick up once his blood sugar runs too low.
Amazing.
That's
Wow.
due to the dog's sense of smell. Now, the dog's name's Alpha, and because he goes with the student to school every single day, he got a special photo in the yearbook because it's only right for his year of service during that year. So look,
Check it is.
Alpha Shulk
at
next
his
to his
face.
owner,
Look at his
Andrew.
name.
Alpha's feeling a little
Absolutely
sheepish
adorable.
in that photo.
Yeah, they put his service dog in, and I think it's absolutely adorable.
Love that,
Oh,
man.
man, just
So
too
there you have it, some
sweet.
awesome What's Trending stories on your Feel Good Breakfast Show this morning, Zoe. Absolutely amazing. So let us know what you think about those stories, what hashtags maybe caught your attention. Connect with us on our social media feeds, Expresso Morning Show, SABC3, also on Twitter, @Expresso Show. Always use that hashtag Expresso Show. Right now, it is time for the news.
In the national news this morning, South African Reserve Bank Governor Lesetja Kganyago has announced that interest rates will be kept on hold. Now, this means the repo rate, which is the rate at which the central bank lends money to banks, will stay on hold at 7%, while the prime lending rate, which is the interest charged by banks to clients, will stay fixed at 10.5%. Economists widely expected the bank to keep repo rates on hold, which has been the case for the past 14 years. The Public Servants Association has formally announced it is rejoining the Federation of Unions of South Africa, known as FEDUSA, just weeks ahead of wage negotiations. The move increases the FEDUSA's membership to over 700,000. Public service salary negotiations are scheduled to start in a week's time. And then on the international front, the Queen has described the bombing in Manchester as very wicked as she visited victims being treated in hospital. The monarch also met paramedics who were first on the scene and staff who worked through the night at the Royal Manchester Children's Hospital in the aftermath of Monday's attack. The attack, which led to 22 deaths, have left more than 100 wounded, with 75 admitted to 8 hospitals across the city. And then finally, troops in the Philippines are using attack helicopters to battle Islamist militants who have seized parts of a southern Philippine city. According to a military spokesperson, surgical airstrikes were targeting about 30 to 40 militants in the city of Marawi. The violence, which saw thousands flee the city, erupted after a failed army raid to capture a top militant leader. Well, that was your 7 o'clock news update. Let's get our very first look at what's happening in the world of sport. Here's Graham.
Standing at the foot of a fantastic weekend of sport, we kick off with cricket first. And the Proteas, they'll be looking to bounce back from Wednesday's rather disappointing defeat when they take on England again tomorrow in the second game of their three-match ODI series. The Proteas suffering a heavy 72-run loss in that first ODI, only making it to 267 after England posted pretty impressive 339 in their allotted 50. Tomorrow's match gets underway at the Rose Bowl at 12 p.m. South African time. Then Super Rugby Round 14 takes place this weekend with two local derbies on the cards as the Lions take on the Kings, while the Sharks, they entertain the Stormers. With Kurt Coleman and Jonah Vermaak coming in as the halfback pairing for the Stormers, they head into the tie off the back of that 30-22 victory over the Blues, which put an end to the Cape Town-based side's 4-game losing streak. The other fixtures to look out for this weekend, the Cheetahs, they travel to the Sunwolves, while the Bulls, they've got their backs up against the wall, up against the Hurricanes. Then the final round of the PSL season takes place tomorrow as 5 teams battle to avoid relegation. Bottom of the log, Baroka FC still have a chance of survival, but they'll need all 3 points when they face Ajax Cape Town and hope that Highlands Park and Free State Stars suffer defeats. Elsewhere in the relegation battle, we've got Highlands Park facing Mamelodi Sundowns, currently in second place. Free State Stars tackling Chippa United, while Bloem Celtic, they'll host Maritzburg United. Then on a grander scale, we're down to the last two in the FA Cup as league winners Chelsea take on Arsenal in the tournament's final tomorrow night. A cup victory for Arsenal could go a long way in saving Arsene Wenger's season. That was after a side failed to win any silverware and of course missed out on a spot in next year's Champions League. That FA Cup final taking place tomorrow night at 6:30 at Wembley Stadium. And that's a wrap for your sport for now.
Well, let's take another look at your traffic starting off in Gauteng and Highveld. Now, there's some congestion building on the N1 highway southbound. It's from the N14 Brakfontein interchange and Olifantsfontein Road. If you're in Cape Town and Bellville, take note there's been an accident on the N1 inbound. It's on the side of the carriageway before the Joostenberg Vlakte exit, so please bear in mind that the roads are also wet this morning, so reduce your speed, increase your following distance and switch on those headlights. That's where we leave your traffic for now on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
So 4 minute na 7, kom ons kyk vinnig na jou weer op jou goed voel Vrydagoggend en dit lyk of Kaapstad 'n bietjie verligting sal kry van die droë weer met 'n paar voorspelde reënbuie deur die loop van die dag. En vir die res van die land gedeeltelik bewolkte toestande met matige temperature. Jou temperature vanoggend Polokwane skop af op 8 grade minimum en 'n maksimum van 25. Mbombela 10-30, Pretoria 8 grade minimum en 'n maksimum van 23. Johannesburg begin op 6 te styg na 22 grade maksimum. Mahikeng 6-26, Klerksdorp 5-25, Kimberley 4 grade minimum en 'n maksimum van 23. Koud in Bloemfontein vanoggend 1 graad minimum, maar dit styg na 'n warmer 22. Richards Bay 18-27, Pietermaritzburg 12-25, Durban 19-24 met 'n kans van reënbuie so deur die loop van die dag. Mthatha 8-23, Oos-London 13-20, Cradock begin op 5 grade minimum en 'n maksimum van 21, Port Elizabeth 11 grade minimum en 'n maksimum van 'n koel 19 met wes-suidwestelike winde van sowat 28 km/h. Vochtige toestande vir George vandag op 'n minimum van 10 en 'n maksimum van 18. Koud in Sutherland 3 grade minimum, dit bly koud met 'n maksimum van net 11 grade. Kaapstad 10-18, Woester 6-18, Springbok begin op 5 grade minimum en 'n maksimum van 17 en Appington op 6 grade minimum en 'n maksimum van 23. Wel, dit was jou weer om 7. Ek is terug in 'n uur tyd net na 8 uur met 'n laaste kykie na jou temperature.
I'm heading to Zanzibar, the Kingdom of Bhutan, in Mauritius,
Angola. I always go back to Italy and Cape Town, of course.
Well, we love connecting with you on social media, and this morning we're on Facebook, and it's all about spreading that feel-goodness, I suppose, doing something great for someone else just to make their day a little better. And it seems like here our very own Ewan is giving Graham not only a cup of coffee, but his Superman cup indeed. Well, we asked you, what will you do to make someone else's life a little better today? Well, Aisha Mohammed's sharing today with us, saying, today is Prader-Willi Syndrome Awareness Day. My daughter is wearing her orange in support of her brother and other warriors battling this rare syndrome. Got to love her. I think that is absolutely adorable. Thank you for sharing that photo with us, Aisha. And Skongdok says, I'll be meeting this morning with my friend to discuss the papers we're writing. Also starting off the sentence with hashtag sharing knowledge. They'll be writing tomorrow, and it helps me because I will learn and what I might have overlooked and vice versa. So it's always great to have a buddy to study with. So thank you so much for sharing with us, and continue to connect with us on Facebook, and remember to use our hashtag Expresso Show.
Now, I hope you guys are ready to play along at home. One of my favorite, in fact, my high point of any week, Expresso Rewind, where we put our presenters to the test to see how much cognizance they've taken throughout the week. Zoe chickened out completely because it's a tough one, okay?
Is it a tough one?
It is a tough one. So, Lee, it's you against the boys this morning, and I'm loving that Superman cup this morning. I'm loving that Superman cup. Thanks, Johanne.
Yeah, there was an early bribery.
Okay, so let's dive right in here.
What does that even mean?
You know the drill, guys. You know the drill. What is your sound?
Shaka!
Ooh. Shaka, ooh.
Bang!
Bang.
Bang, bang.
With a bit of
bang,
bang, bang. All right, guys, these are tough questions, so you're going to really need to focus. You know the drill. You're not allowed to look at the tablet. You're not allowed to answer or make your noise before I've finished with the question. Guys, are you ready?
Yep. Ready.
Beautiful stuff. We kick it off with, which SA fashion designer has created a reality TV show called The Intern? Oh, I'm going to have to go with the ooh.
David Lale.
You've got it right. Well done, Leanne. Well done. She's out the gate. She's out the gate. Okay, eyes front, guys. Eyes front. Okay, true or false? A 300-gram steak contains 300 grams of protein. Oh, the chicken noise came out.
That was quick.
It was
You broke
fast.
the sound barrier there.
So false, obviously.
That's false, yeah.
Papa.
It's a culinary hotline.
So we got one place.
No, that was a Dr.
Plus
Darren
one.
Oh, was it?
Okay, next question. What is the name of the social network that assists people with drinking habits?
It is World Without Wine.
I knew this was
Yeah.
Two plays, one plays, three at the end there. Come on. And on to our final question
You
for
and you
you
can start
guys.
playing at any time.
What year was Africa Day first celebrated? Oh, I've got to give it to you in there. Come on.
Oh, 1979.
Do you want to give it a go?
The 25th of May, 1963.
We got 79 plays 63, and it is 63. Wow, there's just no way around it. No, Leanne is our reigning champion.
Mom, I love you.
Johanne gets the emotional vote for being so in it
Giving.
and humble and giving through his performance there. Now, we love you guys. Well done. Great job. Now, here is the one for you guys at home, and it's a beautiful question as well. Really interesting from a breakfast TV perspective. Okay, an Italian astronaut was the first to make what drink in space? Something very close to our heart on this breakfast show. Even our crew is putting up their hands. You can let us know on our Expresso Morning Show Facebook page and hit us up on Twitter, of course, using the hashtag Expresso Show.
Well, listen, we're going to take a quick break. Tsitsi here trying to figure out what our question for you is, but he's not allowed to reveal it. But what he can reveal is the latest operating system for Android. He's going to be bringing us that update. And then, of course, we're also going to have some fun with mathematics, but in a gaming way, so don't go anywhere. We'll see you after the break.
Let's go to the island, stand together, you and me.
The new Tropica Island of Treasure theme tune is bringing sunshine into the lives of children in need.
We can win this million. We're gonna find treasure by the smooth.
When you download the full song on iTunes or Google Play, proceeds from the sale of the song will be donated to CHOC Childhood Cancer Foundation, who support children with cancer and their families. Get the tune today and help make tomorrow a little brighter for brave boys and girls with Tropica Island of Treasure Seychelles. SMS CHOC to 33728 to receive the link to download to your phone. SMSs cost R1.50 and T's and C's are on tropica.co.za. Download and support these beautiful children.
welcome back. It's a Friday morning. We are nailing it as we head into the weekend. Tsitsi's here. We're talking about very exciting stuff in the world of technology because Google has just released a second Android O and the developer preview during their annual developer conference. So this new operating system brings a number of performance improvements and new features. And so while many of these may just be small tweaks, collectively they do make for a more pleasant Android experience for a user. And here to talk to us about that, of course, our tech head and game designer, Tsitsi Chiumya. Man, I'm very excited. I was actually looking for the update now and I realized I'd set my phone to automatically update. So at 2 o'clock while I was sleeping, it was happening already.
Yeah, man.
So what are the more recognizable changes of this new operating system?
Have you ever had that situation where someone sends you an emoji, but it doesn't really show on your phone?
And then you got that X box
yes.
and then like that. Yeah.
So now Android O has an integrated system that allows developers to automatically push different libraries of emojis, and so your phone will get it all the time.
Okay.
And also they're also working on the notifications. So on your you can now snooze notification on your Android device. So let's say you get a very nasty debit order, you can snooze it so that it attacks you later.
All right, that's cool. What about the more innovative features?
Oh wait. So also Google has integrated like the game. I mean, the Android to understand the kind of photos that you take.
Okay.
So on your phone, well, you take different kinds of photos, like selfies and stuff like that. And now it's able to suggest what social media you should post it on. So let's say you take a selfie, it'd say either Instagram, Facebook, and then if you take like a picture of a receipt, it might say a tracking device or something like that.
Yeah, expense tracking device or application on your phone. So it's all about just like, I guess, it being more contextually aware, like with the introduction of Bixby, which is absolutely amazing. And I know that it does the same as well on videos, on URLs, text messages, whatever the type of content you are looking at, it then suggests the appropriate app. So it learns about you, so will this then be working on all kinds of phones, and how do people then get it then?
Oh, so basically the update is available now online, so you can just go on your phone and your settings and then check for updates and update. But most probably, just like you this morning, it's already has updated on many phones. It's just they're trying to get it to work on lower like memory phones, so like phones that have about 1 gig memory available or less. So they're trying to get it on to those kind of phones. So that
they can also have the full-on Android experience.
But obviously it's a different kind of version to the bigger, stronger phones. So obviously they have like the light version of the Android O, but it's an amazing operating system.
Good stuff, man. No, it's sounding good. I'll be sure to give you my feedback on what I think about the new Android O system. Thank you very much, boy.
Chapa.
We are nailing the weekend with Tsitsi Chiumya, the Brazolas is here. All right, let us know what you think about this. Of course, if you are an Android user, give us your feedback using #Expresso Show.
So here's something interesting. Let's be honest here for a second. Now, once you matriculate, right, there's a lot of people out there that's very happy to never, ever, ever, ever look at another trigonometry problem ever again.
I know, maths is not everyone's favorite subject, and it shouldn't be a weight on your shoulders. In fact, it should be a game in your hands.
Traditionally and statistically, mathematics is not a favorite school subject. With classrooms having to evolve to help students learn efficiently, could gaming be a solution?
The gap we saw was that kids found maths difficult and they were bored by maths. So we realized that we've been dealing with games, we've been developing games, and we could really use that to make maths more accessible to kids. They love gaming, they play games, so let's use that. So we've started focusing on educational games for 12 plus, and then specifically geometry. Geomax is a game that engages kids so that they complete puzzles to complete levels. There's a leaderboard where they can compete against each other. But most importantly, as they progress through the game, they're also progressing through geometry. So they get to learn the geometry as they play the game.
The game is available for grade 7 to 12 learners and can be played on any smartphone, tablet or computer.
I feel very worried about math because I struggle with it a lot, and honestly it makes me feel very insecure. So I don't always know what the answer is, and it's quite a bit of a challenge. I do enjoy it, especially when I get the answers right. But obviously, like, with challenges comes a little bit of dislike, but I do understand the importance of math.
The most difficult part of mathematics for me would be problem solving.
It has been proven that games do teach kids things. And depending on the game, they could learn various things, from problem solving to mathematics, to science, you name it, they can learn from it. So we realized that in South Africa, we need a specific kind of game that can cater for very different players. So gaming and maths really meet for us by making maths fun and showing kids that maths doesn't have to be difficult. It doesn't have to be boring. You can play and learn at the same time.
Expresso's gaming and tech expert Tsitsi Chiumya is one of the designers of GeoMax. As the creator of the playing levels, Tsitsi continues to help improve the game during testing.
How we turn maths into a game is firstly we look at all the different concepts that maths has, and then we try and change someone's perspective of a game into something that can be productive in society. So we take those different concepts in maths and we change them and we put them in a different format, and we present them to the player as accurately as it would be in a textbook or whatever, but in a different context altogether. The biggest challenge in taking maths and turning it into a game is being 100% accurate, and basically just trying to balance from the learning perspective and the gaming perspective and trying to make that fun. That is one of the biggest challenges in learning games. I think what makes GeoMax successful is the fact that it brings a concept like maths into life. It creates an avenue for kids to talk about it in school and challenge each other using like productive content. That's what makes it really successful.
We think that GeoMax is the first in a series of games that will hopefully help kids to understand that mathematics can be fun, and it can be as much fun as their favorite mobile games.
I do think there's a future in learning through games because technology has evolved, and I think this is the new way to learn geometry or any other subject. I can see myself just like trying to get through the next levels at home.
I do think the game works.
How we teach and how we learn is entering an exciting time, and it's putting the fun back into the fundamentals of education of our next generation, our future big thinkers.
It's a Friday, and that means one thing. From flights of the imagination to the triumph of the human spirit, it's time to enter the final frontier. Yep, it is indeed a Friday, and it means we're turning our attention to the stars and venturing out to that beautiful final frontier. As always, we are joined by our very special guest, Jono Weltman from the Foundation of Space Development. And today we're talking about NASA's Centennial Challenges and our dress sense. Well done, that deserves a fist bump there. Now, this is very exciting times. We've seen massive advancements, not only in where technology is going, the amount of money that's being thrown into space exploration, our ability to process data and make use of the reams and reams of data that we've gathered over the last half a century or so. But this really is an opportunity for the greater public to get involved. What are the Centennial Challenges all about?
The Centennial Challenges are a phenomenal idea. It's about how do we engage with the general public in terms of advanced technologies and advanced ideas. You know, ideas are not limited to big corporations and big R&D departments or even big universities. Anyone can come up with a great idea. And the Centennial Challenges were invented and started in about 2004, and they have a $4 million a year budget in the president's budget to come up with ideas to combat challenges that we're likely to face in the future. And NASA has their Centennial Challenges, and I'm a huge advocate of how do we do that here. You know, not that we don't have programs to support industry here, like IEC, the Aerospace Industry Support Initiative, which does brilliant things to support the existing industry. How do we support inventors on the street? How do we support small university groups or small businesses that think they can solve these big challenges?
Yeah, how do we tap into that greater consciousness as well? Because that next beautiful mind might be out there, not necessarily engaged with as yet. So when we talk about these challenges facing us in the future, what are some of the challenges that are being worked on right now?
Yeah, there's 4 ongoing challenges in the Centennial Challenges right now. The first is, how do we 3D print a space habitat? And this is about a $2.5 million budget has been set aside for this. We've just had 2 awards given. $100,000 was distributed between one university group and one small business that have managed to 3D print a structural pattern that can be replicated. And so they've managed to reach a milestone, so they get funded and they can now move on to the next step and the next step, with the idea of eventually coming up with a way of 3D printing homes when we reach Mars or the asteroid belt or even in space. So, very important work being done in the public sector.
I love that, and we've seen it being done already with buildings or certain parts of buildings being thrown together. When we look at moving forward now, this is an opportunity. We've seen so many of our big questions answered through space, and those answers being brought back down to Earth with massive results. What do you see some of the future challenges being?
Well, the three other challenges that are open right now, the one is a cube challenge, which is to put a CubeSat in on near the moon, to be able to feed back data to us at a very cheap cost. Another one is the robotics challenge, to build the software to drive Robonaut. Now, Robonaut has been invented. We need to now develop the software. So there's an open challenge, $2.5 million available, to whoever can write the software to basically run this Robonaut and give it the intelligence and the ability to do what it would need to do as a probe or a human-driven machine on another planet. And the final one is a vascular tissue challenge, which is in conjunction with the Methuselah non-profit organization. The first 3 companies that can produce human-compatible vascular tissue will receive $500,000 between them. So it really extends in all different fields, and as soon as some challenges are solved, new ones will come on board, and there is a constant stream of technological challenges that we can envisage in our quest to explore the universe.
The Centennial Challenges, something that I think, or I hope that South African scientists are going to start taking note of. Jono, thank you so much. Inspiring as always. If you thought that space exploration and all of these advancements were just for out there, you are wrong. It is taking place here on this beautiful blue planet, and some of those answers to our biggest questions might be sitting right here in front of us.
Well, today is World Bipolar Awareness Day, and we have psychiatrist Dr. Gareth Nortjie in studio with us to tell us exactly about the telltale signs of this disorder and also to fully explain it to us.
And as a pet owner, we're giving you some helpful tips on how you can keep your dog fit and healthy. All that and more coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We'll be right back.
Struggle with commitment? Before trying anywhere else, book on Travel Start. We will turn your guilt trips into good trips. Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstart.co.za.
again, a very warm welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast show, Expresso on SABC3, as we take some time to focus on a very, very important subject indeed. Now, the word bipolar is quite often just thrown around every day in conversation, quite casually. But if somebody expresses a change in mood, and often a friend or a co-worker will say something like, oh, stop being so bipolar, cheer up. But in truth, it is an incredibly complex disorder, and most people don't truly understand it. And so today, being Bipolar Awareness Day, we've invited psychiatrist Dr. Gareth Nortjie to help us unpack what it all really means. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Doctor.
Thanks. Good to be here.
So let's quickly start off with that picture that I just painted right now. How often does that really happen?
That happens a lot, actually. It's one of the biggest misconceptions about bipolar disorder, that if you are perhaps moody, you can say, for example, getting angry quickly, and the next minute being sort of a nice person and then becoming irritable or losing your rag over the course of sort of a minute or something like that, then people often say, well, that person must be bipolar. It's actually one of the biggest misconceptions, because what we're talking about there, we're talking about emotion. You become emotional for a couple of minutes and then it goes down. Bipolar is more about sort of prolonged periods of sustained changes in mood, you know, lasting days, not minutes or not hours, lasting days. And they can be moods which are very high, sort of, we call them mania, manic, where you have increased energy. Your mood is often overly optimistic. You don't need to sleep. The optimism often leads to poor judgment and often can get you into trouble. Those are the high moods. And the low moods are depressive moods, which I think most people have a rough idea about, but it's sustained periods of decreased motivation, low mood, sadness, hopelessness.
So what really goes on in the brain for someone that has bipolar?
So we've all got brain mechanisms. Everyone's got brain mechanisms which control our degree of outlook into the world, our optimism, our curiosity, our energy, our need for sleep. And in bipolar disorder, it happens that sometimes those brain mechanisms are sort of turned into overdrive a bit, or perhaps turned right down. So the mood goes up higher than normal, or goes lower than normal, and with that goes changes in energy and things like that. But the second sort of biggest misconception about bipolar disorder, which I think is important to address, is that people with bipolar are somehow, because of this label, are somehow different, or somehow broken, or there's something wrong with them. And you know, people with bipolar disorder are exactly like the rest of us, like people without bipolar disorder. One of the best ways, I think, to think of it is that somebody who has a diagnosis of bipolar disorder is simply more vulnerable to having episodes of mania or episodes of depression at various times. But majority of the time, completely well, completely whole human beings.
All right. The difference between bipolar and manic depression, could you maybe extrapolate on that a bit more?
So actually, there's no real difference. Manic depression was the old name for bipolar, which simply described the manic episodes, the highs, and the depressive episodes, the lows.
Manic depression.
Manic depression. What people forget is most of the time people with bipolar disorder are completely well. So bipolar disorder is simply the modern name.
Well, you said there are a lot of people that are, you know, for periods quite normal. There are quite a few celebrities in the industry that's got bipolar. For example, just going through the names here, Russell Brand is one of them. Demi Lovato, she's been very open about her bipolar disorder. Catherine Zeta-Jones, and even Stephen Fry. Does the industry or that creative mindset, does it give a lending hand to bipolar?
In some ways, yes. There is a suggestion that there's people with bipolar disorder might, on average, be slightly more creative and slightly more productive and be very good at certain things, on average. And certainly when you're in the early stages of mania, when you haven't when your judgment is still not too impaired, and you can use that extra energy, the increased speed of thinking, the creativity, people can often be very productive in the early stages of mania. But unfortunately, sometimes that early stage of mania can progress to more severe mania.
What is that first step that you should take once you've identified some of these symptoms that you've spoken about?
So, if somebody has a diagnosis of bipolar disorder, one of the important things is to kind of learn to recognize the early symptoms of a change. So the early symptoms of going a bit high, it might be that you no longer need to sleep, that you're awake for most of the night, or that you increase energy, or you start making very overly optimistic plans. So those warning signs are important to look out for if you have a diagnosis like that.
Okay,
Thank you so much for joining us.
Gareth Nortjie, thank you so much for that. Well, we do have a toll-free number for you on your screen. You can contact the South African Depression and Anxiety Group anytime. It's a toll-free number. That number is 0800 24 25 26.
There is just no doubt about it. Pets are family, so it's no surprise that we often want to make the same lifestyle and nutrition and health choices for our pets that we want to make for ourselves. Now, many pet parents out there, just like us, believe that no-grain foods are the optimal way to maintain the health and wellness of our pets. And with the new Hills Science Plan No Grain now on offer, these choices have become a lot easier. Dr. Guy Fyvie, Veterinary Affairs Manager from Hills, is here to share some of his esteemed wisdom on why no grain is a good choice for our furry friends. Guy, great to have you back. Looking fantastic, clearly getting the kilometers under the belt. So you're staying fit and healthy. We want our pets to stay fit and healthy as well. So when we talk about Hills Science Plan as a natural brand, what does that actually mean?
So it's basically a fully balanced diet that's made with natural ingredients, so no preservatives, no artificial colorants, and made with the best quality raw ingredients that we can, and also non-GMO.
When we talk about grain sensitivity, I mean, we talk about IBS on the show, we talk about all of these gut-related conditions that are so dependent on what we put into our body.
Sure.
How do we recognize that our pets might have a grain sensitivity?
Essentially, it's sensitive stomachs, so sensitive gut, where they would, after eating, maybe have grumbling tummy or have some kind of gastrointestinal diarrhea, for example.
No, speak the truth, guys. Speak the truth, you know. Now, when it comes to our dogs, we obviously want to kind of give them as much energy as possible. We can notice changes in their behavior as well. That's often the best way. You know your pet better than anyone else. You can see Bob might have a sensitive stomach. Bastian would probably eat this couch if he was given the opportunity. But just like with humans, there is massive benefit to adjusting our diet when it comes to grains. So what are the benefits for our pets, for dogs specifically with no grains?
So dogs that have an issue with digesting grains, they'd be able to digest the food better with less of those side effects. Probably also good for the skin, improve the skin coat quality, and possibly give them they'd be more energetic and more happy.
Just like our pups here. And I love the way that Bob just, he emphasizes everything you say with that look of absolute bliss on his face. Can all pets go no grain?
The point about no grain is that it's the same as any other food. It just doesn't have grains or soya in it, and no gluten. So really it's about having carbohydrates in there without the grain or the gluten.
Why do we use grains in this way?
Grains are a good quality carbohydrate. They give us some other things like fiber and essential fatty acids. So there's no reason not to use them in a diet. Just same as us. If we can eat them, we can digest them, they're great quality. There's nothing wrong with them.
I love it. It just shows how far the science behind the brand has come, that we can now get into the nuance like that.
Absolutely, yeah.
If you wanted to make that switch, what's the ideal way to do it?
So we always recommend a slow switch over from one diet to another. Obviously, all our diets are fairly similar, so we would recommend over a week changing over from one diet to another. So slowly add in the new diet into the old diet, and over a week you can change over to the new diet.
I want to ask, what's your secret? Have you gone high protein? Are you dropping the carbs?
No,
man?
it's a good old German thing. Eat half and run more. Yeah.
I absolutely love it. A winning formula. But thank you so much for the work that you put in. I always marvel at how much R&D goes into the work that you guys do. So we know that you're always going to get complete and natural nutrition with the Hills Science Plan. Now we have that added option of going no grain if you notice a sensitivity within your pups. But ultimately, the choice is yours.
When he's healthier, he's happier. And a dog's tail never lies. Give him the science of happy, found in Hills, the brand recommended by vets worldwide.
All right, so this past week, Tropica launched a new twist for viewers to stand a chance of winning a taste of paradise with the new Tropica Slender.
So every day we've asked viewers to buy a Tropica Slender and then go onto the Tropica social pages to comment on the post with their own twist ending using hashtag #SlenderTwist to stand a chance of winning hampers and, of course, going to that grand draw prize to win a trip for two to the Seychelles, courtesy of Air Seychelles and the Savoy Resort and Spa.
Heavenly, absolutely. Now, every Friday, we will be announcing the 4 weekly hamper winners and the weekly finalists that will go into the draw for the grand prize. So, this morning, congratulations to Brandon Boyson. Woohoo! Yay!
Yeah.
Kelly Jennings,
Yay.
Kajal Munsami,
Yeah.
and Abigail McLachlan.
Nice.
Right. So you have each won a fabulous Tropica Slender hamper. Congratulations.
Congratulations indeed. Now, for our weekly winner, who will go into the draw to stand a chance of winning the grand prize if he gets the question correct today. That person is none other than Brandon Boyson. Okay, cool. So we've got Brandon on the line, and he had the most creative slender twist post. But the question is, can he answer the question correctly? Brandon, you're on the line. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Yay, congratulations on winning the hamper. Okay, so we need to see if you're going to be one of the finalists going into the draw for the trip to the Seychelles. Ewan, what are those questions?
Brandon, are you ready for the question?
Yes, I am.
Right, here we go. So, how many twist flavors does Tropica Slender have? Is it A, 4, or B, 30?
It's 4.
Aha, we made it easy for you, man.
Woo, that's so cool. Okay, so Brandon, you are officially a finalist to win that grand prize this morning. Congratulations. How do you feel?
I feel so excited. Thanks so much.
Oh, awesome, awesome.
Wow.
Holding thumbs for you indeed. That is so amazing. So remember, you can also enter by answering with your own twist to the story, and T's and C's can be found on tropica.co.za.
Okay, well, listen, we're going to take a quick break on your Feel Good Breakfast show. These last couple of months, I've been moving so much, I feel like I need to be a pro at it, but there are actually professionals that can make moving house easier.
Really? I might
Yes,
need to
we'll be
call
chatting
one
to
of them up sometime soon. And then we also get into the kitchen to make a delicious carrot cake oat muffin.
Ooh.
Muffin, carrot cake. Just put all of those things into one in your mouth. It's delicious.
Get this whisker-friendly bowl free when you purchase selected bags of Hill's cat food.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, only on SABC3. Welcome to it. It is a gorgeous Friday morning. Now, listen, if you have missed out on our last movie ticket giveaway, not to worry, because we have more Expresso New Metro Movie Club tickets up for grabs. And this time, we're giving away double tickets to see Pirates of the Caribbean Salazar's Revenge in New Metro Multi-Sensory 4DX Cinemas. Sure. Which means you'll actually get to immerse yourself in the pirate life like never before.
Yeah, you better get your sea legs on. We can enjoy this all-new adventure in New Metro's 4DX Cinemas at the V&A Waterfront or Hyde Park Corner or Menon Park or the Pavilion from the 26th of May. And how do you enter? Well, it's pretty easy. You've got to SMS the keyword pirates, your name and your city to 40675. you could be a winner.
Absolutely. Remember, you need to add the city in which you're able to watch the screening, so don't miss out on experiencing Captain Jack Sparrow and his mate with mind-blowing 40x power.
Find the best entertainment at New Metro Cinemas. It's your scene.
I cannot wait for that movie. I'm freaking out already, but something else that makes me freak out is moving house. We all know that moving house is no walk in the park, right, Kat?
But you don't need to worry anymore, because right now there's a brand new app on the block that's going to put all of your bubble wrap wars to an end, all at the snap of a button.
Moving home can be extremely stressful. Trust me, I feel like I've been doing a lot of that lately. Now, if you've sold or bought a house, you'll know that it's more than just packing. What if I told you there's an app that pretty much takes care of everything for you, from getting your home sale ready right down to helping you move? Tertia Bester, CEO of Snappy Home, is here to tell us how selling or moving house can be made easy. I wish I had known about you guys sooner, because this has been such a stressful process. How does Snappy Home help the process in getting your home sold?
It's such a complex process. You know, there's so many things involved, so many services involved, and maybe I can start by talking to get that home sale ready. You know, you maybe need to paint a wall or fix a wall or something to get the value up a bit, that you can sell it quicker.
Yes.
And then the selling happens, and then it's just chaos, because it's moving, it's cleaning, it's handyman that's necessary, and we can do it all for you. We even offer you a Snappy ambassador that will come to your home and help you to plan this whole event, get you all the quotes that's relevant, and then on the day of the move, the Snappy ambassador takes care of everything. You can actually go to a spa, enjoy yourself, and you will come home and we have made the beds, some chocolates on your pillows, toilet paper in the toilets, and everything is done.
I should have done this a week ago, because I'm still trying to unpack boxes.
Yes.
But I wanted to know from you, how soon from downloading the app to having that Snappy Home representative come to you, how soon does that process happen?
2 hours.
2 hours?
2 hours. So you can book right now on the app, and it can be at night. You can book 1 o'clock in the morning when you get home, busy lives, and we will be there at 10 o'clock in the morning. That's the earliest if you book the previous night. And that's how soon it will happen. And then your quotes will come in between 24 hours and 48 hours. You will have all your quotes ready, that you can make a decision.
That is snappy. That is really, really quick. That is incredible. Now, when it comes to payments, how do you guys do it? Because I know generally when you do online, you have to link your credit card to it. What is your system?
Very important, because we got 4 customer promises, and the one is that we will always be on time. We will do the job right the first time, because time is so precious.
Yes.
We will give you awesome service, because that's something that somebody can't copy. And we guarantee the service, and I think that's the most important. So you will pay Snappy Home. We keep that money until you're happy with the service that we delivered, and then only the money will be released to the service partner. You can pay on the app, either with your credit card or EFT. We don't store that detail because of the security, but that's how easy it is. You lie in your bed and you pay for it, and the next morning we will pitch. You don't have to make a call.
See, that's how I need to move. That's my kind of moving techniques. Now, let's say you've sold your house, and just to clarify, Snappy Home doesn't sell the house, it prepares the home for all those things that needs to come with it. So once your house is sold, it's now that dreadful process of packing up and moving out. How can Snappy Home help with that?
First step is that we will bring out the ambassador to your home to do all that planning, because there's certain requirements. You maybe want to store some stuff. You want to maybe take some stuff to charity. We can organize all of that for you. And then we plan your move date. And also interesting day that if you move over a weekend, you will pay more, because moving companies don't work over weekends. So if they move you, then it's more expensive. So we will give advice to you as a customer to say when it's the best to move. And then that day of the move, we will be there and we take care of everything.
Oh, sounds incredible. I think the last question is, how can we get Snappy Home?
So easy. We're available in Cape Town, Durban, Johannesburg and Pretoria. You go to your Play Store or your App Store, look for our little famous hand. It's at no cost. Click there and voila, the app is in your palm of your hand, and you can book any service.
Sounds like my kind of moving. Well,
Thank you, Zoe.
Tertia, thank you so much for giving me all of that information. Now, if moving house has you in a spin, visit Expresso's Facebook page for more information on how to make your life a little easier.
All right, so let's jump into the kitchen this morning with a lovely Claire and a muffin recipe of a different kind this morning.
Yes,
Claire, lovely to have you,
Thank you. We're making carrot and oat muffins, which you can use with your leftover oats in the morning.
Not that I have ever any leftover oats.
Well, I always make too many, too much in a pot.
It's a problem. So we're going to use leftover oats in muffins.
Yes.
Right.
So we've got our flour, And I've got baking powder, bicarb, cinnamon, and some salt.
Right.
So I'm gonna add that. And then I've got my grated carrot.
Okay.
And I've got my walnuts, which are really good for your brain.
Yes.
So obviously, if you have any nut allergies, you can leave out the the walnuts. I'm gonna give that a bit of a stir. And then also just a nice tip, if you're ever doing chocolate chip muffins or any type of cakes and you're trying to suspend your chocolate chips, you always have the chocolate chips dropping.
Yeah.
What you can do is just lightly dust it in flour like this, so none of the nuts and the carrots are actually going to drop to the bottom of your muffins. They're going to be evenly distributed.
Yeah.
So this is why we do that.
Okay.
Dry and wet. So
I'm a big fan of a bit of a, like even carrot cake, carrot muffins. I love it.
So this could become a nice carrot cake or even a carrot loaf if you want to, instead of doing little muffins. But these are nice on the go. So my wet ingredients are my milk, egg, and brown sugar.
Okay.
I'm gonna mix it all together.
Okay, let me get in here and mix this for you.
Okay. I'm gonna do that for you.
All right.
And then we're gonna add our oats, which is low in gluten, high fiber, low GI. There we go.
Okay, so just a little dollop
really
of your
quick, yeah.
leftover oats, and that's pretty much it.
That's it, and we're gonna dollop this into our muffin tray.
Okay.
So there we go, there's our mixture. There's beautiful carrots. If you want to, you could put little chunks of pineapple in it as well. It's always nice. I like that in my carrot cake. Adds a little bit of extra moisture and some sweetness.
All right.
So you want to fill up your tins probably 3/4 of the way up. We've got our baking powder, so it is going to rise.
Yeah, slightly, but not like
not too
lot,
much.
Yeah.
So there we have it. And then
into the oven?
Into the oven, 180 degrees for 15 minutes. So baked, and then what you just do is use a skewer, poke the muffin and make sure it comes out clean, and you'll have your perfect little muffin.
That's all right.
But obviously for breakfast, you don't want piles and piles of cream cheese icing. So what we've done is we've done a really nice light drizzle. So what we've done is we've taken some icing sugar, cinnamon, and orange juice.
Icing sugar, cinnamon, and orange juice.
It does sound a bit different, but it's going to be very, very tart if you want to taste.
It kind of matches the theme of
the muffins.
The muffins almost feel. Listen, SMS the keyword jungle to 33728. That's jungle to 33728. And we'll send you the recipe. It's very, very easy. Using that leftover oats to make delicious carrot muffins. This is a great idea. Tomorrow morning, that's for breakfast there. Awesome, and then just give it a quick dollop of icing and be good to go.
You can enjoy that on the run.
Fantastic. Claire, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. That keyword, once again, is jungle. SMS that to 33728. But we also have a great competition for you. Now, Jungle is running a competition around the country where you can stand a chance to win an amazing weekend away. So simply find the Jungle photo booth. It's very, very easy, strategically placed in a beautiful location around the country. Then what you need to do is take a photo and tag Jungle Oats to stand a chance to win. And if you're in Hartbeespoort, head over to the Market, and in the KZN in Midlands, go to the Junction today and get photographing right away. Now those booths will be moving around the country, so keep your eyes peeled. Remember those T's and C's do apply, and you can find them on jungleoats.co.za. The keyword one more time is jungle to 33728.
Mix flour, baking powder, cinnamon, bicarbonate of soda, salt, carrots and walnuts. Mix eggs, milk and sugar. Add wet ingredients to the dry ingredients and mix until just combined. Stir in the pre-prepared Jungle Oats so easy, then spoon batter into cups. Bake for 30 minutes. For the drizzle, mix icing sugar, cinnamon and orange juice, then drizzle over the muffins. For the full recipe, visit the Expresso Morning Show Facebook page or log on to expressoshow.com. SMS the keyword jungle to 33728 to receive the shopping list on your phone. Click on the link provided to view the recipe. SMSs cost R1.50, no free SMSs and T's and C's apply.
So there you have all those steps. Once again, just in case you've missed any of those steps, so it really, really is easy. Claire, once again, thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Jungle is our keyword. SMS that to 33728. Now, we've got to leave you with a bit of a motivational quote for your Friday heading into the weekend. And it goes like this. In any given moment, we have two options: to step forward into the growth or step back into safety. And that was said by Abraham Maslow. Very, very profound indeed.
Jungle, the natural energy champion.
Oh, well, listen, this is your feel-good breakfast show, and we did promise you it's just not an ordinary Friday, it's a Fri-Yay, because we have the ultimate car giveaway right here this morning on your feel-good breakfast show, so do not miss out on that.
Absolutely amazing. It makes me want to dance, because this morning we're also going to be showing you some top African dance moves, so all that more coming up on your feel-good breakfast show. We'll be right back.
Kickstart your wellness journey with Expresso, as Biogen is giving away an exciting wellness hamper every week, filled with products that will help you to live a holistically healthy life. To win, SMS the word Biogen to 33728. Plus, every time you enter, you'll receive a free entry into the grand prize draw, where one viewer will stand a chance to win Dis-Chem shopping vouchers for a year worth 12,000 Rand. Be your best with Biogen.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Fresh bread and muffins in the kitchen, you know we are ready for this morning. Thank you so much for joining us on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Right now, let's keep you updated on the news headlines of the morning. Here's Leanne.
Baie dankie Kat. En die nasionale nuus, die gouverneur van die Suid-Afrikaanse Reservebank, Lesetja Kganyago, het bekend gemaak dat rentekoerse onveranderd gelaat gaan word. Dit beteken dat die repo-koers, dit is die koers waarteen die sentrale bank geld aan banke uitleen, op 7% sal bly, en die prima uitleenkoers, dit is die rente wat banke aan hulle kliënte vra, sal steeds 10.5% wees. Ekonome het oor die algemeen verwag dat die Reservebank nie aan rentekoerse soos dit die afgelope 14 maande die geval was, sou torring nie. Die Vereniging van Staatsamptenare het amptelik bekend gemaak dat hy net enkele weke voor loononderhandelinge weer by die Federasie van Vakbonde van Suid-Afrika, oftewel FEDUSA, gaan aansluit. Dit bring mee dat FEDUSA se lidmaatskap nou meer as 700,000 sal wees. Onderhandelinge oor die lone van staatsamptenare begin binne enkele weke. Op die internasionale front, koningin Elizabeth het tydens 'n besoek aan slagoffers in hospitale van die bomaanval in die Manchester Arena die voorval as uiters boos beskryf. Die monarg het ook paramedici wat eers op die toneel was en personeel van die Royal Manchester Kinderhospitaal wat regdeur die nag gewerk het na maandag aand se aanval ontmoet. 22 mense is in die aanval dood en meer as 100 het beseer. 75 mense is in 8 hospitale reg oor die stad opgeneem. En dan ten slotte, troepe in die Filippyne maak van helikopters gebruik in gevegte met islamitiese militante wat 'n deel van die suidelike Filippynse stad Malau beset het. 'n Woordvoerder van die militêr sê dodelike lugaanvalle word uitgevoer teen tussen de 30 en 40 militante in Malau. Duisende het uit die stad gevlug toe geweld na 'n mislukte poging deur die leer om 'n topmilitante leier gevange te neem uitgebreek het. Well, that was your 8 o'clock news update. Let's get another look at what's happening in the world of sport.
Standing at the foot of a fantastic sporting weekend, let's jump in with cricket and the Proteas. They'll be looking to bounce back from Wednesday's disappointing defeat when they take on England tomorrow. That's in the second game of their 3-match ODI series. Proteas suffering a heavy 72-run loss in that first ODI, only making it to 267 after England posted a massive 339 in their allotted 50. Tomorrow's matchup gets underway at the Rose Bowl at 12 p.m. our time. Then on to rugby and the last of the Super Rugby action before the international break. Round 14 taking place this weekend with 2 local derbies on the cards. We've got the Lions taking on the Kins, while the Sharks, they entertain the Stormers in the Coastal Derby. Now with Jono Weltman and Kurt Coleman coming in as the halfback pair, the Stormers head into their tie off the back of a pretty memorable 30-22 victory over the Blues that put an end to the Cape Town side's 4-game losing streak. Some other fixtures to look out for the weekend. The Cheetahs, they travel to the Sunwolves, and the Bulls, they're up against the Hurricanes with their new coach stepping in. Then the final round of the PSL season takes place tomorrow as 5 teams battle to avoid relegation. Bottom of the lot, Baroka FC still do have a chance of survival, but they'll need all 3 points when they take on Ajax Cape Town, and they hope that then Highlands Park and Free State Stars suffer defeats. Elsewhere in that relegation battle, we've got Highlands Park facing Mamelodi Sundowns, currently placed second on the log, Free State Stars tackling Chippa United, and Bloem Celtic hosting Maritzburg United. Then finally, we're down to the last 2 in the FA Cup as league winners Chelsea take on Arsenal in the tournament's final tomorrow. A cup victory for Arsenal could go a long way in saving Arsene Wenger's season. That was after his side failed to win any silverware and of course missed out on a spot in next year's Champions League. That FA Cup final takes place tomorrow at 6:30 at Wembley Stadium. And that's a wrap of your sport for this Friday.
Well, let's take one final look at your traffic, starting off in Gauteng and Sandton. Now, there's some congestion on the N1 highway southbound. That's from Greyston Drive due to defective traffic lights at multiple junctions throughout Sandton's CBD area. So please be patient and allow for some extra travel time this morning. If you're in Cape Town, in Lansdowne, there's also been an accident on the M5 northbound. It's just after the N2 highway. You can also expect some delays from Racecourse Road. That's where we leave your traffic on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Kom ons kyk vinnig vir 'n laaste keer kan jy weer op jou goed voel om by program en dit lyk of Kaapstad so 'n bietjie van 'n verligting sal kry as van die droë weer oor die afgelope paar dae met 'n paar reënbuie wat voorspel is vir vandag en dan vir die res van die land lyk dit na gedeeltelik bewolkte toestande met matige temperature. Ons hardloop weer vinnig deur. Polokwane begin op 8 grade minimum en 'n maksimum van 25. Mbombela 10 en 'n warm 30 later. Pretoria 8:23. Johannesburg 6:22. Mahikeng 6:26. Klerksdorp 5:25. Kimberley 4:23. Bloemfontein koud vanoggend 1 graad minimum, maar dit styg na 'n warmer 22. Richards Bay 18:27. Pietermaritzburg begin op 12 grade minimum, dit styg na matige 25. Durban 19 en 'n matige 24 en jy kan 'n paar reënbuie verwag in die area. Mthatha begin op 8 grade, dit styg na 23. East London 13:20. Cradock 5 degrees minimum this morning, reaching a maximum of 21 degrees. Port Elizabeth 11:19. George 10:18. Sutherland cold today, starting off on 3 degrees, reaching a maximum of a cool 11. Cape Town 10:18. Worcester 6:18. Springbok on 5 degrees minimum this morning and a maximum of 17. And Uppington kicking off on 6 degrees minimum and your maximum 23 degrees. And that's a wrap of your weather here in your Feel Good Breakfast Show for your Friday morning.
On Travel Start, we will turn your guilt trips into good trips.
Well, it's World Hunger Day on the 28th of May, this Sunday. Of course, we are talking about some initiatives to create awareness about this day.
Yeah, and speaking of initiatives that are adding hope, we'll speak about one that over the past 7 years has raised over 387 million rand and continues to feed some 120,000 children every single day. Wow. Can you say wow? Yes, wow. We'll see you after the break.
When you feed your cat's health, you also feed her happiness. And wonderful things can happen. Like she's able to go from 0 to playful pouncing. And her soft purrs increase until you're both curled up with satisfaction. Because you're feeding the clinically proven nutrition of Hill's Science Plan, precisely prepared with top quality ingredients. After all, when she's healthier, she's happier. And you'll see it from her head to her tail. Give your cat the Science of Happy, found in the brand recommended by vets worldwide.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, we all know Africa is on fire. The flames in terms of entertainment talent coming out of there is amazing. And we've got our entertainment reporter and founder of the YouTube channel, The A1, in studio. And she's going to be telling us everything we need to know, as well as the top African dance moves you should be seeing and knowing all about. Moyin, so good to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me again.
And I'm so excited because I heard that you're going to give us a demonstration of every one of those dance
No,
moves.
I just found
Guys, it's amazing.
No.
But let's quickly touch on our first stories first. A movie called, is it Potato Potato?
Potato Potato.
Yeah, from Ghana, that premiered at the Cannes Film
International
Festival.
Cannes Film Festival is always amazing when African films make it that side. So Shirley Manos, we spoke about her when we talked about the Ghana Woman of the Year honors.
Yes.
She's the one who produced this film. It has lead actors Jocelyn Dumas from Ghana and O.C. Ujeke from Nigeria. And it's a romantic comedy about a divorced couple who decide to live together. Which makes some, for some very interesting scenarios. So it's been doing very well. It's pinned to be one of the big distribution movies. So it's showing in Ghana, Nigeria, in South Africa, in Asia, and in Europe. So it's doing extremely well.
So I'm sure the sequel will be Tomato Tomato.
Kidding.
And what about, is it CJ Dumini, who's going to be who's going to be representing Africa in Paris?
He's from Namibia. He's a model and he's a marketing student actually right here in Cape Town.
Say what?
That man got a gold beard.
Yeah, well. So
did you say he's in Cape Town?
He's interesting. Yeah, he is in Cape Town. So he is also a marketing student and he's going to be representing Africa with some competition. He's a finalist and it has to do with creating a campaign around young men and grooming.
Oh, fantastic.
So he came up with a campaign that's doing really well. He's a finalist, so he's flying over to Paris to present, and hopefully he wins.
Good luck, CJ.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. Okay, it's time for us to get into those top African moves. Who is busting a move from Nigeria?
From Nigeria. All right, we've got the dance move called Shoki.
The Shoki.
Yeah, so he's kind of already knows this. I feel like the demonstration comes from him.
I've heard about Shoki, but I've just...
So he kind of came up with Little Kesh, who's an artist, and he's been he
just cover
incorporated
the
it into
eye.
a music video.
Oh,
It's
that
kind
is
of
it.
like your hand coming up, it's going down over your eye, and it's just taken over. I mean, my aunts do this dance. It's literally taken over.
Thanks.
So if you're in Nigeria and you want to bust out some moves to some Afro beats, make sure you do the shoki because you'll be sorted.
Very cool. Nice.
See, look, I've got this.
Okay, what is taking over Ghana?
All right, so Ghana, we have Azonto. Now, it's actually a modern
Guys, you gotta
take.
say it right. Eh? It's Azonto. You can't be
Azonto.
Azonto. No, guys.
Azonto.
Everybody want Azonto. 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 No, let me listen to you. Azonto. Oh, come on, lady.
Right?
Oh, this is so cool.
So it's from Ghana.
Yes.
It originated from a traditional dance. And what happened was that
Yes.
two people kind of created a video on the streets of Europe doing their zonto and getting other people to do it. And it blew up.
so easy. I love
Absolutely
it.
blew up.
I'm loving
It has to do with a lot of
I love
hand of feet movements. So,
Very
there we go.
Very cool. And then we've got to end up with the one from Tanzania. How do you pronounce it?
Tanzania.
Ngololo.
Ngololo, yes.
Ngololo.
And so now, what happened was that Tanzania has this massive artist called Diamond Platinum. I mean, we should know him. He's
Love.
huge. He's even done collaborations with like AKA. And so he incorporated the dance into one of his hit songs called Number One.
Number One.
And since then, the dance move has just been blowing up. It's been danced here internationally. I can't recap it. So just some African dance moves that you should know. And
You know,
easy to pull off.
when-
It's easy to pull off.
When you said Ngololo, I think a huge part of South Africa just went.
Why? What was wrong?
We'll talk about it after that break, yeah.
Okay, what's the proper pronunciation?
No.
Because if I go out and I say it, then they
it's
go,
for a
"Oh."
completely different reason why I'm saying people gasped at that.
Okay. All right. Anyways, thank you so
Well, we'll
much,
see.
Moyin, for being here. Of course, you can check Moyin out on youtube.com/the A1 TV and make sure that you follow the A1 on social media at A1 TV. Ngololo.
So now I want you to think deep and hard about what I'm about to tell you. Now, of course, the weekend is here. Sunday lunch is approaching. We're all going to kick back with the families and sit down for our weekly Sunday tradition. But I want you to take on board that there are so many more people that cannot afford the same luxuries or, in fact, just one square meal a day. Now, Operation Hunger would like you to also remember that this coming Sunday, the 28th of May, is World Hunger Day, and we all have a role to play. And with a massive role to play, we've got Development Coordinator Clement Summerton joining us to tell us about their plans. Clement, thank you so much for joining us. A big year for you guys. I know this is a chance for you to connect with new stakeholders to start setting into plans for your long-term goals. But Operation Hunger taking control or ownership of World Hunger Day, what do you plan to do as an organization through this?
All right, thank you, Graham. Firstly, maybe I need to explain one thing, that we are not taking ownership of World Hunger Day. It's owned by an organization that is based overseas, but what Operation Hunger does and what we intend to do is to participate in World Hunger Day.
To be that custodian
To be here, because we're based in different corners of the world and there is poverty and hunger all over, and unless we do something about it,
So I know it's very much a long-term goal. You're just a fledgling, in terms of where you want to take this. What are your goals for the next 3 years?
For the next 3 years, this year, we want to set ourselves up to actually launch an Operation Hunger, World Hunger Day in 2018, so that in the following 3 years, we can have activities that work around World Hunger Day. Dealing with hunger is one needs to look at it holistically. There's a number of issues that one needs to look at. And one of the first things that we put up front in dealing with hunger is putting women and children first. This year, because World Hunger Day is around the corner, we will use this opportunity in asking all those kind-hearted donors who have something to give to donate whatever they can donate. And we're looking at tin food that could be dropped off at our regional offices so that through the winter season we can begin to work on Hunger Day.
I'm going to have to ask you personally, because you've chosen to make this the epicenter of your life. What motivates you? Why should people out there start thinking about us as a global village, yes, but about South Africa, especially now moving into winter? What motivates you to do the work that you do?
In fact, we know that worldwide, 160 million people sleep without food. In South Africa, 12 million sleep without food. In our communities where we work, almost 70% of all people are unemployed. And when we do our programs at these communities, malnutrition is always very high. I would quite easily explain to you from all the surveillance programs that we've done that we would seldom find children carrying normal weights or expected weights for age. It's usually the bulk of the children, 90% of them would be at risk for malnutrition or moderately malnourished. So there's a lot of hunger, unemployment very high.
Oh man, how can you expect a hungry child to learn and to grow? I love that message. Invest in children, invest in women as well. We've got details on how you at home can get involved. 12 million people in South Africa are going to sleep tonight without food, and there is something we can all do, yes, on World Hunger Day this Sunday, but every single day. Think of what you as an individual and you as a company can do to address this.
Now, sticking with initiatives around World Hunger Day, what started out as a rather simple idea with contributions from KFC and its customers rather turned into something quite spectacular. I'm talking, of course, about KFC's Add Hope initiative.
Yeah, no, this initiative's incredible. It's raised more than 387 million rand since it started 7 years ago, and it feeds over 120,000 kids every single day.
Good nutrition is a crucial ingredient in a child's early years. Without it, that hunger can cause the development of our future CEOs, teachers and leaders to be stunted at an early age. We have to change this. Luckily, KFC is working together with its partners and putting the power in our hands so that we can help feed all those hungry children through the Add Hope campaign. And now there's a way that we can experience the positive effects of this campaign.
The Add Hope campaign, now in its 7th year, has a powerful way to unite KFC and its customers in the fight against hunger.
Tabisa, children going to bed hungry is a frightening South African reality, but what are the real statistics to this problem?
Tenji, that's bad. I wish I could tell you that it's better. We're making some progress, but we still have 1 in every 5 children going hungry every single day.
Because the problem is so widespread, it's often quite easy to forget the severity of what we're dealing with. World Hunger Day is coming up on the 28th of May. What are you doing to spread awareness?
So we get excited about World Hunger Day because it gives us an opportunity and a platform to remind people, like you're saying, to actually get people to pause and actually notice what's happening around them. We're getting really involved this World Hunger Day, as we normally do at KFC Add Hope, reminding people, allowing them to experience the difference that the R2 that they add at KFC restaurants, what it does and where it goes, but also allowing them to see how big the issue is and how they can continue to make a real impact in their communities.
And speaking of those experiences, how are you using VR to tell those stories?
That's probably the really exciting part. One of the challenges we've always had is showcasing to people where the R2 goes, allowing them to enter the spaces that we get to make an impact in through the partnership we have with our customers and through the R2. The virtual experience allows them to literally go into that space. They get to really see what happens, what the children eat, and the impact on the children. They're going to hear some beautiful stories, and we're hoping that encourages people to keep doing what they're doing.
Tebogo Mabye was a beneficiary of meals and found a safe haven at MES Dinaledi Centre in his younger years thanks to Add Hope.
Tebogo, you seem to have come a long way. How's Add Hope changed your life?
The Add Hope campaign changed my life in a sense that I work for an NGO called MES, and they're one of Add Hope's beneficiaries. And that's where I grew up. And they were able to provide us with meals and I think gave us skills of being leaders in our communities.
It's so amazing that now people can experience these stories, but show us how it works.
Yes, the phone is in there. You can just put your head in there, if you can. Then you just press play.
All right. Ah, look! Yeah! How can people access these 360-degree stories?
We've got what we're calling an Add Hope or a Hope Squad. These are individuals who actually have been part of the Add Hope program. They've been beneficiaries themselves. So they were either at an African Tikkun or one of the beneficiaries that we partner with. They're going to share some of their stories, but they're also going to travel the country to a number of different KFC restaurants engaging with people, interacting with them and getting them to experience the virtual experiences. But if you miss those, you can go into www.addhope.co.za and you'll be able to access those experiences and those stories live.
You can change someone's life in a very easy way. Simply ask to add hope to your order at KFC and you can donate any amount from R2.
The number of children who've been fed through this campaign grows every year, and that's because people like you and me are opening up our hearts and adding that extra bit of hope with every meal. But the work is far from over. So this World Hunger Day, we challenge you to donate more and play your part in making a change.
That really just warms your heart so early on a Friday morning. But it goes to show a little hope really does in fact go a very long way. And with World Hunger Day this Sunday, the 28th of May, KFC wants you to contribute or continue adding hope. So let's all get involved and really help reach that goal.
Now you can go and donate at any KFC or go to the Add Hope website. That's addhope.co.za. So let's all help feed the young lives of Mzansi.
All right, do stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast show. As we venture on into the weekend, we take a look at some of the most, I guess, news headlining kind of stories of the weekend. Trump is on tour. It's been fantastic. And Angel's going to be telling us what she thought about those headline stories.
Exactly. We're going to make it great again, guys, but I need for everybody to take a moment. Are you ready? Because coming up after the break, we are going to be giving away the ultimate car giveaway, and it's on your screen right now. That baby is going to belong to a very special purpose, to a person for a very special purpose. It's fantastic, everybody. We'll be right back after the break.
It's great.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Oh, love that. Listen, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and it's time for our Friday Funnies. It's brought to you by the Cape Town Comedy Club, where we take a look at some of the biggest stories of the week to find a little bit of humor in the crazy world that we live in. And here to help us this morning is comedian and Angel Campey. And Angel, it's great having you here. We should make you a regular. You were here for the telethon yesterday.
Yeah, she's always stylish, ever so...
I mean, I feel like I should just come here for the compliments.
Just do that. Do that. How about that? Yeah.
But what's been happening? I mean, we've had, you know, Roger Moore passing away.
I know, shame. I mean, the thing is, though, like, he was 89 years old. We have to remember, 89 is a good innings. And I also kind of feel like he couldn't make it to 90, because then he wouldn't be 00789.
What on earth? Really?
Roger
oh, my
Moore.
word.
But
Okay, okay.
Look at it. I mean, but you wouldn't think that a James Bond could die, you know? You think they'd die another day, but it happened. And there he went. And I mean, it's fine, but he was in the most 007 movies, so what a legend, what an icon. 7 movies.
Wow.
I'm not stuffing with the 007.
This is real.
Yeah,
it's a conspiracy now.
But it is sad, and fans were shaken, but not stirred.
I see what you mean. And what's happening?
I mean, how many more lines could you pull out of that one? My
Well,
word.
I'm dying to know what you have to say about Donald Trump.
Yeah, he's on tour right
Trump
now.
is on tour. Well, the Trump was the first ever sitting US president to visit the Western Wall in Jerusalem. And I mean, first of all, I think he was wall window shopping.
Oh, wow. Looking at those pictures.
He's like, no.
It's fantastic.
Who paid for this wall? Do you think the Mexican president can get involved? You know, he's whispering at it. And the other, because, you know, he was wall shopping because he's been to Walmart. He found out they don't actually sell walls there. Very angry with them. Asked to close it down. But and then he even met the Pope. Look at him. Look at this photo, though. Can we take a moment?
Can we talk about this photo?
This photo says everything. Because the Pope looks like he's saying...
With a certain...
Can you guys crop me out after this?
He definitely looks like he's saying
and
that.
Melania looks like she's from the movie Get Out. She's like sunk into the darkened place. And she, like, blink twice, Melania, if you'd like us to come and save you. It's just the Omen. Someone has actually photoshopped the child from the Omen in here. And it looks perfect. It's quite
Did they deliberately
terrifying.
decide to wear that? I mean, the Vatican...
It's like the black with the good. You know, evil versus good. I don't know. It's an age-old thing.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit weird, but I've seen some interesting memes coming from that picture.
I know.
That
If Trump has done anything, he's given us memes and gifts for days.
Wow. And then what about the story? I heard about a hunter who unfortunately passed
so
due to an elephant.
A hunter got crushed by an elephant. Obviously, this is sad because it is a loss of a life, but a hunter also died.
Wow,
shades being
burnage.
thrown.
The thing is, though, like elephants are an endangered species. What are you doing? So what happened is when the elephant got shot, he landed on the hunter in a last final hurrah and crushed him. And you know, what is weird about the story is that last month, the same hunter's friend actually got eaten by a crocodile while on a hunt.
You're kidding.
I mean, I think next month we're going to do a story about his other friend falling in a pit of fire ants and being devoured. It's like they're playing a game of Jumanji and everything is going wrong. I don't know what's going on with them. But I think elephants, you know, elephants never forget. And this elephant was perhaps a friend of Cecil the lion and just saw a hunter and was like, I'm going. This one's for Cecil.
Okay, well, Angel, thank you for joining us this morning. Remember, you can catch all of the funnies at the Cape Town Comedy Club at the V&A Waterfront this weekend. We've just had Angel Campey shedding some humour into our serious world.
I love it. Just a quick, light-hearted recap of the week that has passed. Right now, let's get into the kitchen. It's hashtag Braai Friday. Even though we're not outside, it's okay. We're still going to set the premise for a beautiful braai this weekend. Now, you know, when it comes to food, it goes hand in hand with nostalgia. I mean, we all remember those delicious dishes that our moms cooked for us, our grandmothers. And local foodie Hope Malau, he actually put together all of those food memories in this cookbook. He named Johanne 14 and is here to share some of those recipes with us. How are you doing, my brother?
I'm good.
Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you. Listen, this is fantastic. Let's firstly unpack what you're going to be making this morning.
Okay, I'm doing a pork chop.
Okay.
With chutney. Actually, this recipe was inspired by taxi drivers.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I don't know if you've ever been in the scene, you've ever passed it, but then it will be taxi drivers during lunch. They'll be having a big bunch of meat on a packet of paper, and you would actually be sitting there and you can't say nothing to them. Okay? They'll tell you I'm coming.
They're gonna finish first.
When he comes in, he's like 4-4, please.
All right, cool, man. Let's get cooking. I love that, dude. All right, so pork chop, take us through. What are we doing?
All right, let's start with the chutney first, all right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna put in some tomatoes in here.
Right.
All right.
Some whole cherry tomatoes.
Yeah, and then some sugar.
Got it.
And then I'm gonna put in some raisins, okay? And some ginger and chili and cloves, okay?
All right, beautiful little spice mix there.
And then to add another part of it is apples and onions, okay? So this is all we do. We just leave it to simmer there over low heat for an hour.
So that's all the juices, the moisture will start coming out and it'll become a chutney like we have right here.
Right there.
What do we do with that chutney?
Okay, so after an hour it becomes thick.
Yeah.
As it actually cools, it becomes a thick chutney like that. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay, now we do the pork chop.
Okay.
Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna use some chili, all right, over it, some mixed herbs,
Oi, okay.
Some chili flakes.
Oh man, you're
garlic.
making me hungry this morning.
Yeah. Okay, all right. And then let me put in some salt with it.
That's it. While we're prepping this meat right here, SMS the keyword pork to 33728. That's pork to 33728. And you can stand a chance also to win yourself one of 2 copies of Hope's brand new cookbook. It's called Johanne 14. Brilliant recipes in there. But just by SMSing that keyword this morning, pork to 33728, you will be going into the draw automatically. Right, brother, so the pork's looking good.
Yeah.
Tell me about the title of the book, Johanne 14. What does it mean exactly?
Johanne 14 is actually a scripture. John 14.
Okay.
Right. But in the township slang, Johanne 14, it stands for a cabbage.
A cabbage?
A head of cabbage, yes.
How so? Like, Johanne, what's the connection?
With the cabbage, you can have supper, lunch, and everything.
Oh,
like
so
that.
that's
you can fry it, you
variety.
can have it cold. Anyhow, with the cabbage, it's like next to pop.
Okay. you can do it. So it's many things.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So pork chop is good.
All right. So I have a griddle pan here. It's very hot, preheated.
That's it.
So we leave it there, and we're done, man.
And that's it. And that's our pork chop that comes out afterwards.
Yeah.
Obviously, we'll do it on the braai this weekend. Hashtag Braai Friday. Just saying. And the chutney is just to spice it up, or are we going to use that later?
Then we just do this with it. Okay.
Oh yes, please.
Yeah.
All right.
And then we can cut off some bread, dip into that, and eat.
Dude, that looks amazing.
Yep.
You're not done yet. You're going to make a side a little bit later on, so
yeah,
stick around. Hope is not going to go anywhere. But like I've mentioned, we're giving away 2 copies of Hope's brand new cookbook. It's called Johanne 14. If you want to get your hands on a copy, all you need to do is SMS the keyword pork to 33728, and you'll go automatically into the draw, and you'll receive the recipe to this mouth-watering pork chop. All right. Okay. Do you mind if I actually have a taste right now?
Please go for it.
Because this looks amazing. You've got to get in here.
All right. And be honest, please. Be honest.
Be honest. Look at the man. He's getting nervous now.
Be honest.
How are you tasting on your own there, bro?
My bro, get in here.
Tasting on your own.
Get in here.
Hona when I get you Johanne 14 Johanne 14 mona vesian samona you just you what na apayang na mayo little letswai little pipiri ibimnati Johanne 14 yay.
That is so good. It is wrong.
Wow.
That is so good, it is wrong, dude.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow, okay.
Thank you.
Go for it. Dig in there, pork to 33728. Check it out. Hope is back with a nice little side dish a little later on.
Johanne 14
Oh, from a beautiful pork chop to something that I think every single one of us out there would like to win, a brand new car. And today, one lucky Plascon customer is going to be doing exactly that. Watch me turn green with MD. After all of our entries to the True Colour competition have come down now to 3 lucky finalists, and we'll be doing a live draw to see which one of these finalists gets to drive away in a brand new Chevy Spark. Now with me is Jitan Makan, Shopping Marketing Manager from Plascon, and Sinqolo Mpofu, Brand Manager from Plascon. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you, Graham.
I'm nervous. I would imagine you guys must be feeling a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
These campaigns, I know you put heart and soul into it as a means of connecting with your customers, saying thank you for them. What has this competition been all about from your guys' perspective?
Graham, Plascon is all about touching people's lives. We are designed for life. We understand that due to tough economic conditions, people are looking for ways to save.
Yeah.
And also today's day and age, a car has become more a necessity than a luxury.
Yeah.
And with that mindset, we came about this campaign where we could give our consumers a chance to win in a car.
And of course, not just one, you've given away another 2 already, yeah?
That is correct. We gave away 2 buckets. This was part of our contractors initiative. Plascon is about adding value, whether it's to our consumers, to our customers, or to the environment itself. We're always looking for ways to add a positive impact to people's lives. And we understand that the bucket is an important part for our contractors to getting their job done. And with that, we built a platform around this where we could say, you know what, let us give 2 buckets away and help our contractors grow their business. And I'd like to say congratulations to Paul Latchman and Christopher Brown on winning themselves each a bucket.
Paul and Chris, well done, boys. Now, Sino, I mean, the magic, yes, in a value add like this is fantastic. We know that 3 people get a wonderful opportunity. But from your guys' perspective, when we talk about True Colour and the brand coming through and what you do every day, it goes far beyond just giving away a prize. This is something that's interwoven into your brand fabric.
Correct, Graham. I mean, Graham,
The Plascon brand is synonymous for its premium brands such as your double velvets and your wall and alls. And I think in the past 5 years, what Plascon has really done is we've gone back to the market and we've really analyzed the market and looked at the market, and we saw the growing need to appeal to other segments of the market, the need for Plascon products. So this is when the actual True Colour brand was born. So True Colour embodies the quality and the benefits that come with the Plascon name, that people have come to know of Plascon.
I'm going to put this to both of you very quickly. Looking at the response that you've got, because there's not a huge amount of positive validation in any kind of sales environment. You only get to hear about negative messaging often. And you guys, from our perspective, because we're often that front line for you guys, we get to feel that. Now that you guys have been able to actually feel that relationship with your customers, how does that make you feel as two managers of that brand and that sales space?
It's always a positive impact for us to add value to someone's life, because winning a car is always a life-changing prize, and we feel that by giving this opportunity to our consumers, it's going to really help them in their lives, and Plascon is designed for life.
And it goes the distance with the guarantees that you offer and the quality control that you offer. We've seen it firsthand. So, gentlemen, thank you so much for bringing a lot of love to our studio this morning. As I said, I would imagine 3 very nervous finalists waiting downstairs. We'll be doing that lucky draw before the end of the show. Stay tuned.
All right, listen, you've got to stay tuned on your Feel Good Breakfast Show Express on SABC3. When we come back, Zarina joins us because tomorrow is a very, very important day. It is the start of Ramadan, and we'll be making a Ramadan-inspired recipe, and this is called cloud bread. I'm so excited to learn all about it, and especially learning more about why exactly Ramadan is so important to the Muslim faith. So stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We will be right back after the break.
Struggle with commitment? Before trying anywhere else, book on Travel Start. We will turn your guilt trips into good trips. Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstart.co.za.
Like watching. G, do you know what's happening?
So you're going to take them out?
Hey?
Are you going to show them through them, or it's going to be in there already?
Yeah. Okay, cool. We'll do that. Okay, G, do you know how we're going to do this? Okay, so you can come in. So since you just did that interview, and then introduce our 3 contestants, and then I'll do how the game works. Okay, awesome. I think it's these ones.
Thank you. I've got comms. Thank you so much. Please just remind me to use
They
the
just told
handheld.
them now. Yeah. Testing, Byron, can you hear me? I can. All right. So this is...
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You tune into your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso right here on SABC3. Now we're back in the kitchen this time around with the author, of course, Johanne 14, a new cookbook by Hope Malau filled with traditional South African recipes. And if we speak about tradition, pap features very extensively in the book. So to accompany this beautiful pork chop that we've made a little bit earlier on, we're making pap this morning, but with a twist, all right?
Yeah.
So I hope like in Asia, they make egg fried rice.
Yes.
Here in South Africa, apparently make egg fried pap.
Yes.
Is that how it works?
I would say that it counts on, like in the hood. You
Okay.
know, you can't always have meat. You can't actually buy meat every time.
Yeah.
And you would probably find yourself during the day, you can only buy probably Drinko Pop with that 150, you know? And the next thing will be like, okay, I can do pap and some more eggs, you know?
And some more eggs by it as well. So you just, okay.
Just go, and then tomato sauce just finishes the whole meal, you know?
Love this guy. Love this guy. Okay, man, let's make our egg fried pap. How does this work?
Okay, now I'm gonna do scrambled eggs. Let me put the lid there. So we've got water in here.
Okay.
All right. So the first thing that we do is add the maize meal in here while whisking.
Okay.
All right. So we've got actually more maize meal than the water, so that you can have that beautiful crumble.
That's
you know?
it. Crumble pap.
Yeah. All right.
Right.
So after that, just
get it out of there.
Just get it out of there. All right. All right.
All right.
So we're done. All right. And then we're gonna use the fork just to make it
to fluff it up a little bit.
Yeah, to fluff it up, and then. Okay, so we're gonna leave it on the heat for it to cook.
Okay,
Right?
do you cover it again or?
Yeah, we cover it again.
All right, okay. There we go,
So-
step 1.
Yeah. Then next, let me get my pan. Gonna do scrambled eggs now, all right?
Okay.
Okay, do me a favor. Could you just beat up
Let me beat
the
up these
eggs
eggs
for me?
Absolutely,
I'm
man.
gonna add the oil in here. Right.
For the recipe, SMS the keyword egg to 33728. That's egg to 33728 if you want to get your hands on the recipe to our egg fried pap this morning.
Okay, and then I'm gonna add milk in there.
Okay.
Don't forget the salt. Give it taste, some pepper.
That's it. I want to see how this recipe comes together, man.
Yeah.
And that, can I scramble it so long?
You need to wait for your pan. You know?
Okay, you need to wait for the pan.
Yeah, you need to get that right heat so that you are able to scramble.
So while we wait there, talk to me about this cookbook quickly, because I see that's your dad.
Yeah.
That's accompanying you right there. Let me move this down a little bit.
Yeah.
Right there. What kind of influence did he play in your life in terms of, you know, being a chef that you are today?
Okay, my dad was a bodybuilder. He was known as Mr. Clickstop, you know. He would... and he was also Mr. DMF or something like that back then in the day.
Okay, let's go for this, yeah?
Yeah, go for it. Okay.
All right, yeah, so go on.
So he used to go to competitions, and the person who inspired him was Reg Park, right?
Okay.
He used to be Arnold Schwarzenegger's.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, in South Africa. So he used to work for Reg Park back in the day, and then he became a big guy, and then he worked at the mine kitchen, and he would take me to work with him.
I see.
And when I got to the mine kitchen, I used to see those fat guys, you know, wearing chef's whites and everything like that. And I was like, I want to be that.
You want to be there?
Because they used to do this sunny side up eggs, you know.
All right.
Yeah.
Brother, like, that's amazing, man. So that's, kickstarted your journey. If you want to get your hands on the recipe, check it out. Egg is the keyword to 33728. We're going to have to finish up there. So that's our pap on the end, one end there. So what do you do actually once it's all finished?
Okay, once it's all finished, so we need to add the eggs in there.
Oh, so you add it in and then...
Yeah, and then we finish it off with the parsley. All right. to give it color.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to finish this guy off. In the meantime, SMS the keyword egg to 33728. Go check out the full recipe on our website as well, expressoshow.com, and also SMS the keyword pork to 33728 to win yourself 1 or 2 copies of Hope's brand new cookbook called Johanne 14. Right now, though, something rather exciting about to happen on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Yep, the excitement and the nerves are now palpable downstairs. We have our 3 finalists who all purchased True Colour products and, of course, made it through to the final round of the Plascon True Colour competition. Nico van der Skeef, Gilbert Moritz van Sindi, and Thobile Mushwana. I'm sure I butchered your name there, my man, but hopefully you'll win a car to make it all right. But I'm going to start with you, Thobile. How are you feeling, my friend?
This is nerve-breaking, but at the same time, I'm very excited. Yeah.
The smile doesn't lie, man. Well, all the best of luck. I know it's torture making you try to talk before you've got to go through this, Gilbert. Did you think when you bought that True Colour Plascon product that this would end up in you possibly being one of 3 to win a car?
No, I was just taking a chance, you know. Then buying the product, I saw the picture of the car, then it influenced me to enter a lottery.
Clearly you entered just enough times. Now, Nico, you say you've never won anything in your life before, bro. How would it feel to win a car like this?
Oh, it would be amazing, eh? A lot of mixed emotions going on now, but yeah, it would be really great.
I wish I could give you all a car. We've got some great backup prizes for those who don't win, but of course it's all about winning this brand new Chevy Spark. And this isn't in fact the car that you're going to be driving home in, but we have to thank Williams Hunt from Belleville for supplying it here just to add to your nerves and your excitement. Leanne, do you want to take us through the dynamics of this final draw?
I will, but can we just cheer for our contestants? The tension is so thick up in here. Woo! Okay, cool. So I'm Games Master, and this is how the draw is going to work, right? I've got a tray of keys right here, identical keys. The only thing that differentiates them is that they have numbers on them. Numbers 1, 2, and 3. Our auditor, Greg, is in the house. He's going to make sure that everything is fair and according to the rules. It's going to happen in 2 stages. Stage number 1, I'm going to draw a name out of the hat, and then whoever's name I choose is going to pick a key 1, 2, or 3. That is step 1. Step 2 is where they'll get a chance to decide who's going to use that key to start the car, and of course the key that starts the car wins the car. Hello, amazing stuff. Okay, are you guys ready? I can't, I can't deal. All right, here we go. Greg, are you watching? I can't see nothing. All right, the very first person to choose the key is Nico. Which key do you choose? 1, 2, or 3? Number 2. Okay, this is key number 2. Nico, you can actually stay there. I'm just gonna put it over here. Nico's excited, y'all. Okay, so Nico chooses number 2. Is that right, Greg? Okay, cool. Second one. Here we go. Here we go. I don't want to be you guys. The second person that gets to choose, Gilbert. Which key do you choose?
Number 3.
Number 3. Okay, that's number 3 over there. And of course, Tabi, so you are left with key number 1. Stage 1 is complete, ladies and gentlemen. After that, we have to pick the order of who gets to climb in the car.
Ooh, boys. Okay, so it's going to be 1, 2, and 3. Those are the orders that we're going to go in. All right, so Thobile, you are going to be the first person to step into this car and start that. So we're going to give you just a second to contemplate your fate, boys. And we're going to head back up to studio when we return. This engine is going to start with one of those 3 keys, guys. Oh, I wish we could give you all a car, but there can only be one True Colour winner.
All right, we're back in the kitchen right now, and we're celebrating a very, very important time indeed. The month of Ramadan, when Muslims fast and pray to grow closer to Allah. And it is a time to improve moral character and focus on positivity. Observance is one of the first 5 pillars of Islam, and we're joined this morning by Zarina, who will be making a recipe that she'll be preparing for Ramadan. So great to have you with us here, Zarina. Thank you for being here, and Ramadan Mubarak.
Thank you. Great to be here too. Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Excellent. All right, so what are we going to be making? It's called cloud bread.
Yes, it's the latest craze now.
Why is it called cloud bread, first of all?
I think it looks like a little bit of a cloud.
Nice and light and fluffy.
It's very light and fluffy and
you don't even feel it.
Nutritious as well.
All right, so what are the ingredients that we need to make cloud bread?
Well, okay, we've got 3 eggs separated. We've got our whites whipped up here already with a bit of cream of tartar. Then we've got the yolks here, which we're going to mix with some cream cheese, smooth cream cheese. And we can, and then we can add some sugar to it.
I'm not seeing any flour, is there?
No. There's no flour.
Because when you say bread, I'm thinking flour.
No,
okay.
this is gluten-free.
Okay, fantastic. So great for all of those out there that are trying to lessen the carbs as well. So talk to me about, the times in which Muslims will be fasting during Ramadan.
We fast from sunrise to sunset. And we normally don't have something heavy in the morning. Our Prophet used to have a date and a glass of water. Modern times now, so people have a little bit more.
Okay.
And the cloud bread is excellent for that because it's not heavy and it's something that can sustain you for a while.
Yeah. And you were telling me earlier on, while you're making that, is that there's a very particular reason why during Ramadan you will have something very light during the morning and not something perhaps very heavy to sustain you throughout the day, is because it's that feeling of compassion, right? And wanting to be closer to those that are suffering.
Yes. Ramadan is the month where, we need to give to the poor every day. We need to feed them and be conscious of them. But Ramadan is the one month where we really need to focus on those that don't have. So we try to not to have too much to eat in the morning, and also when you pray, it's a bit heavy when you need to do your motions.
All right. Okay. So that looks like it is almost ready, or is it? I don't even know.
It is. It is.
All right.
So now, once we've mixed everything together, you just scoop spoonfuls on.
I'm gonna move this away so that we can see that.
Yeah, on a parchment paper. See, nice.
So just
circles.
Spoonfuls like that, and you just kind of let it take shape into this branch like it is.
Yes.
And if you're joining us at home right now, we are making cloud bread, and we're doing this in honor and observance of Ramadan, which starts tomorrow.
Beautiful, tomorrow.
It
Yes.
starts tomorrow, so all of our Muslim viewers are celebrating
And this
Ramadan.
can just go into the oven for about 30 minutes on 175.
30 minutes, all right.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put this over here because our oven is pretty full and stacked right now. And when it comes out, it'll come out looking as beautiful
like
as this.
Yes.
And
you can use this as a breakfast dish where you top it with your cheese and tomato and your
Excellent.
salad, or sauteed mushrooms or a scrambled egg. And then it's very versatile. At night, you can make it a bit smaller and you top it with some fresh cream and strawberries or whatever you
beautiful.
fancy.
It looks absolutely great. So you at home can SMS the keyword bread to 33728, and we'll send you a link to the recipe as well as the ingredients list so that you can make your own cloud bread at home if you so wish over the weekend. Zarina, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Ramadan Mubarak, everyone.
Indeed. Thank you so much.
All right, so I don't think our poor contestants, our three finalists, can take it anymore. In fact, any of us can take it anymore. Nico, Gilbert, and Thabiso have all now been drawn in terms of their keys.
Yes.
Now we're going to do another roll of the roulette wheel to see who gets to try to start this brand new Chevy Spark first. Lee, take it away.
Of course, Greg, our auditor, is still here. He is happy. Everything is fair. Everything is according to the rules. Here we go. I'm going to pick a name out of the hat to decide which person is going to go first. All right. The very first person is Nico again. What's going on?
Nico.
Okay, so Nico, your key number was number 2. Here you go.
So Nico,
Don't be
press
nervous.
anything, just open that door, sir. Step inside, get a feel for that seat. Make sure you put the clutch in, buddy, just in case,
And that's not a start.
Oh, Nico, I'm so sorry, buddy.
So close yet so far. Thank you for that key,
sorry,
Nico.
buddy.
I'm going to put that one.
Dude.
Nico is no longer in the running to win. Okay, number 2. Here we go. Here we go. Hold hands, guys. Hold hands. So is that just what we do in the Miss South Africa pageant? Okay. They don't want to hold hands.
Don't delay their pain.
Okay, cool. Here we go. The second person to pick their car is Thabiso. All right, you were number 1. There you go, Thabiso.
Will it be key number 1?
Woo!
Thabiso
Let's
looks
see.
quietly hopeful. He looks rather comfortable in that seat. Yeah,
Bring
no,
that
make
seat
it
to the
your
front
own,
there.
buddy. Make it your own.
And it doesn't start the car.
Nothing
It doesn't start the car. All right. I don't know. Is this a given? Is this a given?
Well, let's just see.
Let's just see. Let's just not
see.
assume. All right. You are the final person, Gilbert.
Step up. Go and
to
take
come
that key, sir.
and test
If you
your
can.
car.
If you can.
You might have to push that seat a bit to the back there, sir. All right.
Might
let's
want to
see.
adjust that seat just a little bit. It looks like you're ready.
He's shaking. He's shaking.
And there it is! Give it a good rev!
Gilbert, my man.
You are the brand new owner of a
brand new Chevy Spark. We're going to chat to our winner in just a moment.
Bring it to hug.
Guys, we are so sorry, but well done for taking it this far. You're not going to go home empty-handed. We're going to reconnect with our winner in just a moment. We'll see you after the break. Well done, my brother.
Looking pretty slender there, athlete.
No, guys, that is slender.
Yeah, buddy!
Well, we burnt our calories on the swim. How do you do it, Zoe?
Introducing Tropica Slender in a tall, slim bottle with no added sugar, less calories, and available in 4 twist flavors.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. In case you missed it, Gilbert has just won himself a brand new Chevy Spark, courtesy of Plascon in their True Colour competition. Gilbert, how are you feeling, my man? What does this mean to you?
Hey, it means it's a great moment for me, this one, for winning a car like this, unexpected, you know.
Oh, dude, you are a very worthy winner. Well done. I know you entered a lot, so you deserve it. You can do the official handover of the keys, you know. There we go. Congratulations, sir. Then, of course, Jeeton, our other 2 finalists, Nico and Tabiso, don't go away empty-handed, yeah? Oh, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much to the Plascon team. We absolutely love you guys for bringing this level of joy and cheer and love. And Gilbert, I'm going to say it one more time. Well done, sir. You have got yourself a brand new Chevy Spark. Congratulations. Can we give a massive cheer to this very... Oh, and let that be a lesson to you at home. Listen to that little voice in your head that says, enter, go out and enter, and continue to support a brand that supports South African people like Plascon do. Well done, and well done, guys. Sorry. Oh, man, we love you guys. Oh, let's head back up to you guys.
Congratulations, man.
Congratulations to Gilbert. What a way to start your weekend.
Yeah, there we go.
Best
Boom.
way to start your weekend.
First you have no car, then you
Dad's
have
got a car.
It's amazing.
Dad's got a new car. All right, so we're going to make
car.
our way into the weekend. Enjoy it. Be safe out there. And Ramadan Mubarak. Bye-bye.
Another feel-good production.